absolute shock this morning. I think in a lot of ways that Sean McDermott got fired. It is Bart Carlin on this Monday on ESPN New York on this Martin Luther King Day. Bartholomew Scott, how are you this morning?
I'm good. I had a dream, and the dream was that Sean McDermott got fired as well, and it came true. I trolled the Bills fans because for some reason I have no idea why what's his name, Dawkins hate us so much. Even in the offseason, he's talking about the Jets, and we're not even their opponent that even beats them or anything like that. And he's so happy to see him cry like a big baby. Like, come on, man. This is like – I mean, I was trying to find out where Tom Hanks was so he can tell him there was no crying in football. Like, weeping like a little sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, my God, he didn't let us down. How didn't he let you down? He had 4 turnovers. That was the old Josh Allen trying to do everything himself. But it's not like this is a team that doesn't spend a lot of money because they don't have a lot of salary cap space. So you are what you decided to build your team around. And you decide to give your quarterback all the money and the left tackle all the money and the right tackle all the money and the tight end all the money. And defensively, y'all stink.
Not
30
not
points
end,
given
the
up.
Second tight end. The second tight end all the money.
Yeah, but he used to be the first, right? It's
Yes.
like Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews.
Yep.
Like Knox was there first, and they drafted him, and they're gonna have to pay Kincaid in a minute anyway. So I'm so happy, like, because if Jets can't have nice things, if Giants can't have nice things, I don't want nobody to have nice things. So, you know, I'm not weeping for these guys. Everybody like, oh, be classy. Like, it's funny. Everybody wants to talk stuff about Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, get more criticism. Like, yeah, okay, Lamar Jackson won 2 MVPs. He's got a winning record. He didn't maybe have the success that Josh Allen had in the playoffs, right? But, you know, Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl and went to another one. And, like, we criticize him, but for some reason, because he's like the media darling, they gave him the MVP last year when Lamar Jackson was clearly the best player, won the AP award and all that type of stuff, and they gave it to Josh Allen simply because it was a narrative award when he just deserved it. So don't be giving me this feel sorry for Josh. Everybody talking about keep your head up and stuff like that. No, come with that same smoke, that same energy that you come for the other quarterbacks, because when you look at it, he hasn't got it done. And he's in the playoffs when he's going against Bo Nix. He's going against potentially Drake May, and you falling short. You ain't going against none of your adversaries or none of your nemesis, and you came up short. You didn't even make it to the AFC Championship. So shut up. I don't care. Cry all you want, you big fat baby.
That's the exclamation point right there. And this morning, Sean McDermott is out of a job, in case you're just joining us.
And they got him fired.
That happened about a half hour ago, and so the Bills are now looking for a head coach. The McDermott would have been a nice fallback if the Harbaugh stuff had fallen through for the Giants. Now the Harbaugh stuff got done. We'll get to that a little bit later on and exactly how that got done. And Joe Schoen may as well just leave the building now. So we'll get into all of that. Want you as a part of the show at 800-919-3776 and watching on YouTube, contributing your comments to ESPN New York YouTube page. Go there, subscribe to the channel, watch the show every single freaking day. We are right here. Let's just start with the news of the moment, and that is that McDermott gets fired. And frankly, I'm with you. Listen, I think McDermott's a good head coach, but if you're the Bills at this point and you have not cashed in, and I don't know how Brandon Beane keeps his job if McDermott has to go, because he's the guy that paid some of the other guys.
Right.
And now Allen is asked to be that guy, and you can say he has nothing around him. There's one reason he's got nothing around him, and that's how much he's been paid. And so you have to then adjust that. And I know that people are going to hate hearing this, but Brady was married to somebody who was a millionaire too. And what happened? Brady gave up money so that his team could actually win more, and they never had some of that. And I mean, I never want to get into somebody's pocket here, but you have to make a decision. And what really bothered me the most the other day, Bart, we can talk about whether or not it was a catch. We can talk about all the things involved there. Bottom line, Josh Allen reverted to the guy he was a few years ago, turning the football over.
Yeah, I thought maybe him and C.J. Stroud was talking to Vegas like, hey, let's see if we can make some money this weekend.
Oh, my God. I mean, you couldn't make it look more obvious unless you put $500,000 on the first half of a Towson, UNC Baltimore County game like we saw last week.
See, but I think Brandon Beane need to get fired just for paying Von Miller alone. Like, what the
Brandon
hell
Beane
was
has
that?
not distinguished himself here.
He paid Von Miller like $30 million. And this is the thing. Like, this isn't even near the sacrifice that Brady made. Like, these guys, okay, what would be his sacrifice? $50 million? You know what I'm saying? Like Brady was probably making like 25.
His dead number for next year is $173 million.
Exactly.
$173 million
Exactly.
right now.
And
I'm not criticizing him for having all that money, but I'm never going to feel bad for you when you are supposed to be, what is it, the talent elevator of everybody, the force
multiplier. Yeah.
He didn't multiply enough forces the other day.
I mean, look at what Sam Darnold's doing. Sam Darnold didn't take all the cheese on the taco. Oh, all of a sudden, Leonard Williams. They got Lawrence from the Cowboys. They looking good over there, right? They just paid Cross. See, that's what happens. Like people, I think these quarterbacks don't get the recognition for being as selfish as they are. You got to take everything. You already got endorsements. Bro, can you take 55? Could you leave $3 million for us to get you a receiver?
Honestly, my sympathy in that situation is extremely limited, because this is an amazing player that, yes, has taken all of that money, but for many different reasons has not gotten over the hump. And
I mean, he's never even got to a Super Bowl. This ain't like it's not like he's come close to achieving.
No, I'm talking about over the hump to the Super Bowl. That's what I mean. I should be more clear about that. To me, over the hump is at this point in his career just getting there and then having a chance. Can we continue to universally acknowledge he's the best player in the game? Because the best player in the game just had a bad game the other day.
Who, Matthew Stafford?
Well, he didn't have a bad game. So this is what I'm saying. Is he not the best player in the game right now?
Yeah, he got that title. He's the reigning MVP.
He got that check.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And like people don't understand. He got his coach fired because they're saying, listen, and leagues follow trends, and if it wasn't good enough in Baltimore, and if it was no longer good enough in Pittsburgh, then Buffalo's saying if we want to be considered those type of, we got to get some results. We just watched, and I guarantee you, the Patriots winning. And going back to the AFC Championship game on your watch. Influence this. Because they're man, hell no.
Oh, yeah.
We got to watch this again. Now this team not only beat us in the division, it ain't like it was flip-flop where the Bills still won like when we were playing and like we were going to the playoffs 11-5, but the Patriots still got a better record. It's not like that. Like – they passed us. We watched them pass us with a quarterback, and they still got $50 million to spend next year, the Patriots.
How about the fact, first of all, just on that alone, okay, and we'll talk about that game some more. Again, no dog in the fight, so to speak. That ticked me off to no end yesterday. It sank in of, oh, crap, we got to watch this again.
The crazy
I got
part,
to see this team come back that quickly.
The crazy part, they're not even a good. They're an okay team. They're not even. That's the problem. But that just tells you like how weak the division is, right? The Texans with a flawed quarterback, if they were healthy or some semi-healthy, even if they just had Nico Collins, that game is different.
Is it? Because we'll get to that clown show in a minute.
But what I'm saying is that defense held them in that game. Like it's not like
the defense held them in the game.
It's not like you were watching the Patriots like, oh my God, man, this is a great match.
No. That was not like, oh God, we've got Brady all over again, and this is a nightmare. And
he had 3 turnovers.
No, absolutely.
He had 3 fumbles?
Yes, that was against a very good defense, an excellent defense, and they kept him in that game if their quarterback didn't try to keep giving it away. And again, we'll spend to that in a few minutes, but I think that more than anything, for McDermott to get fired today, I am going to laugh at Buffalo if the first thing you do is hire Brian Daboll to be your head coach. I will laugh. Like, how do you sell that? You can tell me all about how he figured out Josh Allen. Here's what I know.
That defense,
the turnovers didn't go away in Josh Allen's game until Daboll was gone.
Yeah.
Remember that. Because there was the very big truth, not narrative, truth, a few years back where Josh Allen was just entirely turning it over way too much for a superstar player. Daboll left. that stopped. I don't know if that's a direct correlation or just happenstance there. So you want to go and hire, like he's at the top of their list right now? I'm watching Orlovsky. First guy I'd call is Brian Daboll. That'd be the last guy I'd call. He just went 11-33.
James Cook should ask for a trade because we know that when he was there, he only use running backs. Josh Allen was his running back. We just watched him do it with Jackson Dart, get Jackson Dart killed. Like, listen, and sometimes you go back and you're like, oh, man, we're going to run it back like we used to. Remember, Josh Allen was getting the hell kicked out of him. He was getting hit. He was turning the ball over. And now those hits are absorbed a little different at 30 than they were at 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
I'll tell you the other thing, too. As far as McDermott, Bart, after he's done complaining in the postgame about it, and I get it. I actually thought it was a catch. You and I disagree on that.
He knew.
But after he was done complaining in the postgame news conference, like a half hour later, he called the press back in the press box on the phone.
That's funny.
And started complaining again.
Yeah, he knew he was getting fired.
He had to have known he was getting fired because of that. Yeah, I mean, and having said all that, first thing I would do if I was Aaron Glenn, I'd be on the phone. Hey, you want to come down to be the DC?
Yeah, you want to get back at him? It's almost what Daboll is doing. You want to get back at the Giants?
Yeah, exactly. There's one of the leaders he's a leader for the Eagles OC, but I guarantee you he'll be in Buffalo in a half a second.
I don't think they go there. I think they got.
I hope not.
I think there's a better chance of them going Mike McDaniel with that run game of Mike McDaniel.
It would be insane for them to hire Brian Daboll.
James Cook. Listen, James Cook, that offensive line, running the ball, that run game with James Cook, like that'd be deadly. I mean, but you want to hire him as a head coach. I mean, you have to ask who's going to bring in as a defensive coordinator. The problem is they need Josh Allen to say, hey man, listen, I'll restructure so we can try and get some people. And they've tried. Joey Bosa, it was great to see him roiding out, throwing his helmet against the wall and all that stuff. Yeah, way to stay on brand, meathead. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. It'd be great. It'd be great to see maybe he'll bring Anthony Weaver or something like that. Jim Schwartz or somebody. Jim Schwartz getting another shot at Cleveland. The problem is, the crazy thing is, there's so many great coaches that's available, coordinators, position coaches. I said that. I said while everybody's focusing on this, man, the Jets need to hurry up and start hiring their staff because it's better places to go right now, and a better job just opened up.
Well, that's the problem right now for the Jets, and thank God the Giants got it done over the weekend. You didn't get that done in the first thing. See, that's why I'm surprised that Harbaugh did not make it through the weekend, that he did not push that off as much as he could to wait and see what would happen.
Yeah, LaFleur
got done, but what if you were Harbaugh? Are you a little buyer's remorse this morning?
Yeah, I'd rather be coaching Buffalo.
I would be too if I were him. I know I got the quarterback.
Yeah.
We can make everything else go from there, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I definitely would have wanted to. That job is definitely the better job.
So now we've got 9. So we still have 9 jobs open after Buffalo opens.
Is that the most ever? I think the most ever is 10.
It's 10 overall with the Giants, right? It's if it's not the most ever, it's got to be close. I don't know for sure. But think about the jobs that are open right now. Buffalo, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, just at the top.
What's not open is Atlanta. Matty Ice stepped in there quick.
Do you think did they hire?
Yes, Stefanski.
Oh, that's right. They did hire Stefanski. I left that one out. Sorry. They haven't made that official yet, but yeah, it looks like he's going to be the guy there. Listen, those top 3 jobs that are open are absurd. Atlanta would have been 4th in that group. And then you go, Miami, and then you're down to the teams that are always looking for coaches.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, Tennessee, the Raiders. What a shock that these jobs are open. But point being is this is absolutely absurd that you're in this position if you're the Buffalo Bills and you have not been able to capitalize.
Yeah.
And you have not gotten over the top with that guy. And I feel a little bit for Sean McDermott, but not that much.
I wonder what
you had the guy for 8 years.
I wonder what Stefanski's like, damn, I could have went to Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Everybody damn, if I just would have waited one more day.
It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York, on the ESPN New York app, 800-919-3776. Most importantly, over on the ESPN New York YouTube page, where you should be watching the show. Go there, subscribe, like the show right away. Be a part of what we are doing right here on Bart and Carlin. Now, we get to last night's game. Listen, when it boils down to it for the Bears, Caleb giveth and he taketh away. That's just all there is to it for me. Yeah. Because when you can make that kind of a play and that kind of a throw off your back foot, and it's, Kmet did a nice job by creating enough separation in that end zone when it's slippery. He may not have pushed off, but a little nudge, and that was more than enough when you can't get good footing anyway. It's an amazing play that we will all remember, but it's probably going to be the best play of a game that you lost.
Yeah, which means it's going to be forgotten.
Right, and to me, you lost the game because of Caleb as well. And Caleb, that was a bad interception at the end. I mean, when you throw 3 interceptions in the game, I take it with Caleb. I'm not going to get nuts because this is your second year, and this is part of the growing process.
Yeah.
But the Bears had so many things go their way this year that it's going to kick you in the pants when you realize you weren't able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, and talk about a miscommunication, DJ Moore not flattening that route out and not attacking it. He actually ran the route like he wasn't the intended receiver, but with a guy like Caleb, you just never know where the ball is going, and he didn't even see the ball being thrown. It was actually the right play. They ran a clear out, like a kind of what we call a slug, not a sluggo. It was like a deep, dig and go. And then, Moore came with the dagger from the other side. The defender, they passed it off correctly, and he kind of just threw it up there. Great interception, by the defender, from the Rams. And Matthew Stafford go and do what Matthew Stafford did. They seem super flawed, as well. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say that, that if I'm the Rams, I feel great. But, they playing it. They got to be looking like, man, if we get to the Super Bowl, man, whoever wins the next game in NFC should be favored to win the Super Bowl.
I would think so.
I don't care who they go against.
I would think so. Why wouldn't the Seahawks or the Rams be favored in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, so I mean, for me, it looks like it should be a NFC type of draw. I mean, it'd be a great story if Vrabel can take them back the first year and all that stuff. But I would throw up in my mouth so damn bad, I would be sick for days.
To me, yesterday that really sunk in. Like I got to watch this again.
It's like the weakest.
I'm sorry. I can't.
But it's like it's the weakest division. It's the weakest road to the playoffs. If I'm a team that didn't make the playoffs, like, damn, man, this is what we would have had to do to get there. We had to beat these dudes, and we could. Man, come on, man. Like, it's crazy. But it's gonna be interesting to see like what happens in the AFC. Jarrett Stidham, like. That's why yesterday was so important for Texans. If we do that, we get to go to Denver and play a team. If I'm Jacksonville, I'm sick. I'm so sick if I'm Jacksonville.
I think there are a few teams that are sick right now. Jacksonville should be sick. Houston should be sick. I mean, the fact that you couldn't have a quarterback at least look like he was remotely engaged in the game. I honestly don't know how DeMeco Ryans doesn't bench him at halftime.
Yeah, me either.
You have to. I mean, 4 interceptions in the first half after what happened last week. What are we waiting on?
Right. He was on 9. What were you waiting? All right, 12 is the limit.
Yeah.
2 weeks, 12, he's out of here.
Is there a magic number that
The problem is they can't run the ball at all. Like, I tell you what, I am not.
But Bart Davis-Mills won 3 games for them when Stroud was out.
Yeah. Like, they're going to blame it on the receivers. They're going to say Schultz got hurt, Nico wasn't there, blah, blah, blah.
That's something, but it's not everything.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm definitely not paying him no contract. You playing all 5 of your years out. You had one good year, and you had 3 horrible ones.
I am so disappointed in him and what's happened with him.
He's looked horrible.
He really has.
Yeah, 1 year we thought he was an MVP with Stoic.
And the last 2 years,
next year he got Stoic fired.
Terrible. And I don't know if it was Slowick. I don't know what it is. But what I saw yesterday was a guy that just looked emotionally dead.
Yeah.
He looked dead in the eyes, Bart. Like he wasn't even ticked off. It was just kind of like, oh, this is happening. Like what was going on?
If I'm that defense,
and I know guys react different ways, but what was going on?
If I'm that defense, I'm like, man, every damn.
Oh my God.
I
don't know how if you're D'Amico Ryans, you look your defense in the face by not benching him. How do you look at those guys and say, you know what? I left the guy out there who gave us the best chance to win when he's throwing the ball in the dirt when he's got time to throw the ball.
Might have had them Junior Whopper chance. Because even the first pass, after he just watched what happened, when you watch what happened with Drake May with the slipping of the ball, like not having ball security, job security, and that's why I don't understand why teams, decide to they're putting these domes over everything, man. Because the elements mean that you have now the Super Bowl is going to be in perfect conditions, but man, but to get there, you should have to go through some stuff. Like the Rams had to go through some stuff. You know what I mean? You have to deal with the elements. So like, it's like equalizers, right? Who can handle something they haven't dealt with all year? First game you had to deal with that type of weather. Rain/snow, sleet, slick feel. I mean, I think that the NFL once again proved over this weekend why it's the most popular game in North America sports. You talk about the entertainment that we had. And we had a couple like, okay, this wasn't the greatest game, but you talk about we probably had like 20 lead changes in the playoffs since the playoffs have started, man.
Listen, the first game and the last game were the two best games by far.
Yeah.
But at least the Patriots, the 49ers game was a debacle, but from jump.
Yeah.
But the Patriots game, at least with the turnovers, it was somewhat entertaining. Like neither of these teams can kind of get out of their way, and that's what really would get me if I were Houston this morning is it was all there. Like the Patriots are not that good.
Like, bro, a punt is
they are not that good.
He threw up a lollipop, a hand grenade that got picked off for a touchdown. Like it was just like he was just setting them up for failure every single play, man. Like this is whoever wins this Super Bowl is going to be like the one that stole one.
It feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like everybody's talking all year about how competitive the league is across the board. Yeah, I would say competitively worse.
Yes. Competitive is just another word for average.
Yeah.
No dominant teams. No. It's no person team that we think like, man, they're in their mode and they're going to take over. We thought that was going to be Philly. We thought it was going to be Philly.
There shouldn't be anybody up on that podium after the Super Bowl saying, nobody said we could do it. Actually, no. That's not what happened.
Right.
Everybody said we couldn't do it. And nobody said that because nobody thought any of these teams were any good.
Stop me if you had the Patriots and the Broncos in the AFC Championship.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I need to go back and double check this, but I believe that the top 7 teams that were favored to go to the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year, the top 7 weren't even in the mix this week, weren't playing this week.
Yeah, because Detroit was one,
Kansas City,
everybody
Philadelphia,
just knew Green Bay. Everybody knew Green Bay was going to win it.
Yep. All of those teams were not part of it. I don't know about you. Listen, even though it's amazing, we can get average play across the board, yet it's still by far the best league.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Not even close, man. It's going to be interesting. I tell you, man, this coaching thing is like another layer. This coaching search is a whole nother layer of like, man, the league is exciting because the balance and the shift of balance of this league could be won in this offseason by who you hire. Like if great coaches decide to make up a super staff. Like if McDaniel says, you know what, I'm going to go be an OC somewhere. You're making these super staffs, right? If Jim Schwartz says, okay, I'm going to go with Mike McDaniels, super staff, and they're not the head coach. Super staffs.
That's why, like, if I were McDaniel, unless it's Buffalo, okay? This now changes things.
Yeah, I can win one with Buffalo.
Than when we talked about an hour ago. Unless it's Buffalo, I don't know that I would take another head coaching job, even though maybe Baltimore, Baltimore,
Yeah,
I
Baltimore.
certainly could justify that. But if I were McDaniel, I don't know that I want to take a head coaching job that doesn't have the quarterback in place.
Yeah.
Because why would I put myself in the position of, of going there and having it all fall apart of me again quickly? How often do we do that? Do we see that when guys outside of the Harbaugh type who get hired immediately after they get fired and then another 2 years are out?
Yeah.
And because they don't have solutions to the problem and they rush to the next head coaching job too quickly.
I mean, can you imagine?
It strikes me that I think McDaniel would probably hold off on doing that.
Could you imagine if Robert Saleh gets the Ravens job and he hires Mike McDaniel?
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
Super staff. I got the defense. I'm calling it. You handle the offense. Calling it.
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. We have so much to get into from these games. We want to hear from you on them. There's all of that. There is a very interesting little nugget from Saturday and just how close it maybe did come to falling apart with John Harbaugh and the Giants, because it sounds like it was a little bit closer than they let you to believe over the weekend, because everybody in the Giants camp is all is well, all is well. Don't worry, we're not going to screw this up. And they did get it done in the end, but there was an interesting little nugget that just completely cut the legs out from somebody. We'll get to that. We'll get to the Jets and the defensive coordinator position and the candidates that they put out the other day and versus what they have right now. And there's a couple that you could really work with. So, dear God, we are loaded up today. Bart and Carlin on this MLK Day at 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. You can also be watching and participating in the show over on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Go there, subscribe, like the show, be a part of it. We welcome everyone. We're a welcoming people. Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over. But on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No offseason, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season. Get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles. rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost for the College Football Championship tonight. It's your last boost of the season. Pick the side you believe in or build a parlay that fits the moment. Then apply your profit boost and go after a boosted payout with everything on the line. Will Indiana complete an undefeated season, or will Miami cap off a run, proving the naysayers wrong? FanDuel is the best place to get into the championship action. And when you win, you'll get paid instantly. So visit FanDuel.com/local to get your college playoff profit boost today. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
Our friend Diana Rossini this morning. I mean, this is a tough one if I'm a Bills fan. I'm sorry. I can't deal with this if this is the problem, if this is where they think the answer is. Diana Rossini tweeting just a couple of moments ago that in talking to executives around the league this morning about Buffalo's next head coaching options, the name that keeps coming up is a familiar one.
Well, don't say Bill Belichick.
No, a Buffalo native and someone Josh Allen loves, Brian Daboll. I'm going to laugh so hard if the Bills hired Brian Daboll. You're Josh Allen, you can't get home.
He lives there, right?
Double down on somebody that just went 11-33.
He lives there, right?
Yeah.
First of all, who lives in Buffalo?
I mean, listen, Buffalo is not as bad as you make it out to be. It's just cold.
Live?
I know.
No, forget the weather.
I spent time up there, but I know. It's the cold, and it's miserable. I know.
I say boo to Syracuse and Cortland.
And you're right to do that. Syracuse is far worse than Buffalo. So Syracuse, it's just going to be cold and gray for 9 months of the year. Buffalo is... You can get buried in snow for a month or two, but at the same time, the summers are nice. It's not that horrible. But what I would tell you is that I can't get over hiring a guy that just failed spectacularly just because your quarterback likes him.
And I think they forget how it went when he was up there.
Well, the thing I would just continue to point to is the turnovers.
That's what I'm saying. And putting Josh Allen in harm's way. Remember, Josh Allen was out there he was reckless when he was with Daboll.
He absolutely was.
And he has Stephon Diggs. He ain't got nobody now, so he's going to be even more reckless.
Reckless is absolutely the word. Let's get to the calls. 800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. We'll start with our guy David and Elizabeth on ESPN New York. D, what's going on?
What up, fellas? Hey, y'all hear me clear? I'm not underwater, right?
We got you.
You good?
Awesome. So, look, let's check this out. Number one, you guys just said Brian Daboll for the job. That's garbage. That's like the same thing. It's like putting the same seasoning back on the food. Garbage. Yes, is he a better offensive mind than McDermott? Yeah, I'll give him that, but that's the same thing. And then you're going to hire him, if that, the speculations, because that's his man's. Yeah, not a good one. I do want to say this, though. Some of the greatest games this weekend. Houston, man, that defense is so special, but not for nothing. Their offense kind of reminded me of Jets' offense. It'll work for maybe 2-3 minutes. The next thing you know, C.J. Stroud and friends just sputtering and stuttering.
You know what it was?
They can't run the ball. Joe Mixon not playing. Joe Mixon not playing this year, and Chubb is not. Of course, the injury took away a guy who was averaging over 5 yards a carry for a career, which only a certain amount of few that did that. Barry Sanders, I think it was Jamal Charles. Who had averaged that type of yards per carry. But if they go get Breece Hall, I'm not paying Stroud. I'm going to spend that money on somebody trying to win that year.
Make sure Dave knows I didn't cut him. We cut him too soon. But at any rate,
he didn't get to say nothing.
No, he didn't. He
should be able to get a redo. He should be able to call it back.
Let's not get nuts. But what I was going to say is that Dave's point about the offense, there are times when you see an offense that is so bad that when they actually make a positive play, you're surprised. And I reached that moment the other day with the Texans offense. When he completed a pass, I was surprised.
I swear,
that's how bad it can get.
I've been that defense.
I know you have.
Looking like, just don't. We can't. If you throw a pick six, we can't stop. We can't help. Just punt the ball, bro. Just something.
Here is the Bills' statement on the McDermott firing. You ready? Mm-hmm. This is from owner Terry Pagula. Sean's done an admirable job of leading our team for the last 9 seasons, but I feel we're in need of a new structure within our leadership to give this organization the best opportunity to take our team to the next level. We owe that to our players and the Bills Mafia. Sean helped change the mindset of this organization, was instrumental in the Bills becoming a perennial playoff team. I respect all the work, loyalty, and attention to detail he showed for this team and community. I wish Sean, Jamie, and his family all the best. Moving forward, Brandon Beane will now serve as the president of football operations and general manager of the Buffalo Bills. He will oversee all facets of our football operation, including the oversight of our coaching staff. I have full faith and have witnessed Brandon's outstanding leadership style and have confidence in his abilities to lead our organization. Beane will be leading the search for a new head coach and will work directly with Pagula and Pete Gelly, who now serves as president of business operation. So what that means is
he been ear hustling.
Yep.
He been up there to blah blah blah, shine, blah blah blah. He been up there while Sean's on the field. He's on the front line. The general been talking behind the back to the admiral.
Yep.
Oh, that's
right in that ear the whole time, sitting in that owner's suite.
It be your own people stab you right in the damn back. He wasn't going to take ownership. The fact that he got Nick Bosa, the fact that he paid Hamler, like that damn guy, that Poyer old as hell. You had to bring Poyer back. That the defense don't have nobody. They can't stop nobody in the run. Like he ain't take no responsibility for none of that.
Wow. I mean, that is just to hear him get promoted like that.
Promoted as somebody get fired, you get promoted. I don't think anybody deserves to get promoted. They didn't win the division for the first time, so that's worse than last year. And you got knocked out in the divisional round.
It happens in all sorts of life. We all know people, people who fail upward.
Yeah.
And because they have those skills of kissing ass.
And can talk.
Yes.
Oh man, he's sitting up there. He's sitting up there talking to ownership while he down there like, oh man, see he has to do this better. Like I've been talking to him about
doing this.
I've been talking to him about this.
Yeah.
And he said he was going to get better at it. He's just up there planting all kind of negative things. You know what would be funny? Hires Daboll as the coach. Daboll hires Sean McDermott as his defense coordinator.
Never happened, but yeah, that would be great. See, like that kind of thing right there That's clearly a one guy talked to the other guy out of the building, right?
Yep.
And if I'm McDermott this morning, and if I'm Aaron Glenn this morning, I'm going to go catch a pissed off guy and try to get him to capitalize on that right now. Especially
what Shane did to Daboll.
Listen,
how you gonna take credit? You gonna take credit for how he get credit for?
Well, Shane over the weekend had it happen to him, and listen, this is why I was never worried about Joe Shane. I got some nuggets I got to read. Listen, the guy who had this story top to bottom was Ian O'Connor, and he had everybody involved. And I'll read you some of what he had to say about what went down this weekend and just how close it came, because it came close to falling apart. And it would have been over Joe Shane, and that would have been brutal. This is how bizarre the league is right now. You and I are both sitting here saying that the 10 head coaching openings, it's got to be the most ever, right? 2022, they had 10 head coaching openings.
Damn.
These guys all got hired. Daboll, McDaniel, Eberflus, Hackett, Dennis Allen, Josh McDaniels, all those guys got
Everybody's fired now.
Oh, my God.
Is everybody's fired from 2022? Ain't nobody standing for that.
The only two who are left are Kevin O'Connell and Todd Bowles.
Wow.
Daboll, McDaniel, Eberflus, Nathaniel Hackett, Dennis Allen, Josh McDaniels, Doug Peterson, Lovie Smith.
Well, Lovie shouldn't count. We all knew it.
I mean, he
technically.
Well, they hosed him. We know that. They hosed him. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page, where I'm going to get to some of your comments here very shortly. You should be over there watching on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Take in the show visually. You're welcome. On ESPN New York, I got those nuggets next that you're going to want to hear about the Giants situation and your calls next on ESPN New York.
Benjamin Franklin, sir, I've just received news.
Speak.
They're multiplying you.
Multiplying me?
Yes, many times.
Multiple Benjamins?
Shall I stop it?
No.
Multiply your Benjamins with New York Lottery's Extra Multiplier Scratch-Off games. Play for the chance to multiply your winnings up to 100 times. Prizes up to $3 million.
I've won! I've multiplied myself! We won!
Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
1-877-CARS for kids. K-A-R-S, Cars for kids. 1-877-CARS for kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for kids.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead.
Really?
That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's Second Chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first TD scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. New Jersey only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Knicks fans, it's time for basketball, and the action starts on Wednesday at Crompton Ale House with Team ESPN New York and Ultra. Whether you need a pregame spot or you're looking for the right Knicks bar to watch the game versus the Nets, Crompton Ale House is your destination. The party tips off at 7 p.m., and Team ESPN will be giving away ESPN, Ultra, and Knicks prizes. Join fellow Knicks fans on Wednesday at 159 West 26th Street. Cheer on your Knicks, enjoy Ultra draft and bottle specials, and cool prizes all game long at Crompton Ale House.
Rich Eisen here. LinkedIn Jobs is stepping things up with their new AI assistant so you can feel confident you're finding top talent. Get this. Employees hired through LinkedIn are 30% more likely to stick around for at least a year compared to those hired through the leading competitor. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen, then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. And promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page, 800-919-3776. Let's get to Vinny in Staten Island next on ESPN New York. What's up, Vinny?
What's going on, guys? Haven't spoke to you in a couple of weeks. You guys, Carlin, you're a prisoner of the moment. I was telling you earlier in the year about Davis Mills, saying he was better than C.J. Stroud, and you told me I was crazy.
Did you also want him to go out and sign Kyle Trask?
Absolutely. Kyle Trask just needs a chance.
Stop
Kyle
it,
Trask
Vinny.
is better than C.J. Stroud.
Stop it, Vinny. Stop it.
He is.
Vinny, he doesn't have a job. Can we not do this today?
C.J. Stroud got MVP.
Reasonable.
C.J. Stroud got MVP votes his first year.
All I'm trying to tell you is certain quarterbacks just need a chance to play.
Goodbye, loser. We're done. We're done. Enough with Kyle Trask, okay? Enough.
Why does he keep trying to push Kyle Trask?
I don't know.
Why is that the hill he want to die on? This dude's not even in the league.
And
he had an opportunity to play for 4 years.
I gave him a chance to actually be
make a real point for
reasonable, you know, and then when you go, absolutely, he just needs a chance. Some guys just, no. Go away. He's not in the league for a reason. He stinks. He stinks. He stinks.
Kyle Trask.
Don't ruin my show, please. Don't ruin our show, I should say.
You're speaking about somebody that nobody even at this point even cares about or knows.
Could pick out of a lineup. D in Queens is next. D, what's going on?
What's up, fellas? I'm glad you're going with McDermott got done dirty because I watched the same game you watched, and Josh Allen played like garbage.
He was bad.
I feel sorry for.
I don't feel bad for Josh Allen. Not when he's taking all the money and he turned the ball over like that.
No, but I'm talking about the media narrative. Like when Lamar has a bad game, even though he's coached poorly at times, that's why Harbaugh's in New York. There's times where Harbaugh's had brain freezes. He gets all the blame, but Josh Allen, but this, but that. No, you had 4 turnovers.
Well, D, here's the difference, though.
Awful.
Here's the difference, though.
Yeah.
With Josh Allen, he hasn't played this poorly in a while. And with the thing with Lamar is that you look at like 2 years ago and what happened. He threw a huge interception at the absolute worst time in the game. That's why he's going to draw that criticism.
But that's one turnover, though.
I agree.
I agree. That's one turnover. Mark Andrews dropped the ball, not Lamar. Lamar still completed 78% of his passes.
Bart, I totally agree on all of it.
I'm talking about the Chiefs game. I'm talking about the Chiefs game where the whole team was unprepared. Or even this year where he doesn't run at certain times. No, John Harbaugh has had some brain freezes. I give him the props because he developed Lamar, but him and McDermott are two different situations. Josh Allen is reckless with the ball, whereas Lamar, he's had some bad games, but there
Josh
are
Allen,
coaching problems.
Let's be fair, and I don't disagree with what you're saying, okay? Let's be fair, and thanks for the call. Josh Allen has not been as reckless as he was yesterday in a while.
Since Joe Brady got there, he was reckless as hell under Daboll.
Oh, absolutely. But that's a few years ago.
Joe Brady's only been there, 2 years?
It was Dorsey and then Joe Brady. Remember they fired Ken Dorsey midseason?
Exactly. Yeah.
He was not turning it over under Dorsey. They just weren't doing enough offensively. It was when Daboll was there, but Josh Allen used to turn it over at a ridiculous rate. And that guy has kind of gone away until yesterday. He deserves a lot of the blame for what happened yesterday.
That's crazy.
Yesterday, I can't even keep a track
bring Daboll
when
back.
It was now.
Saturday.
Yeah. Whatever it was.
If Daboll gets hired there, that's going to be crazy.
I think it's very possible that Daboll gets hired.
That's going to mean that they're trying to appease. They know that Josh Allen be mad that they fired Sean McDermott, and they want to make sure that he's happy, so they're going to appease him by bringing back Brian Daboll. But reunions are never as good as you thought they were. You know what I mean? Until you get back in them and be like, yeah, it's the reason why we let him go to begin with.
A couple of the comments coming in on YouTube. Just Dave, Josh Allen needs a real number one wide receiver. They put too much on him to do, and he makes mistakes. They need to trade for A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown in Buffalo feels to me like a a better player, but a worse headache than Stephon Diggs was. Potentially.
And the thing is, how you going to afford them?
Well, you would when you talk about that, or like they put too much on. No, when you take that check, more is put on you.
And Coleman hasn't become. They thought they were going to get a cheap receiver with Coleman, and he hasn't worked out. But like you said, they have to probably cut Doc, which I wouldn't care. Cut Dawson Knox, like he can't be eating at that type of salary. But once again, who gave him that deal?
The GM, who is now the president of everything.
And he got a raise.
I think he's the president of Greenland now.
Buffalo can feel like Greenland.
Don Pablo, C.J. Stroud has been a shell of himself since the first year he cost him the game. There's no getting around that. Yeah. I can't remember a worse playoff game performance than what Stroud had.
That's the worst quarterback play I've seen in 2 weeks' time since Nathan Peterman.
That's pretty bad.
The stats are the same.
I'm not arguing. Roy in Patterson is next on ESPN New York. Roy, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, guys. I wanted to go ahead and touch base. I got two questions and one comment.
Okay.
The first question is, how is it that anybody would want to go ahead and take Kevin Stefanski as their head coach when his record is 45 wins, 56 losses? And thank God the Giants turned around and dodged a bullet by not bothering to even – I don't even think they even interviewed him.
He is two-time coach of the year now.
The other gentleman.
He is two-time coach of the year.
That was years ago. He's been lousy for the past 2 years in Cleveland.
No, that was before they decided to bring in Deshaun Watson, who didn't play for 1 year. Remember? Then he got hurt this year after that. It's been his bad records has been underneath the fact that Deshaun Watson got a guaranteed contract. I think people around the league, you know how like a good player can be in a bad place?
Yeah.
And we understand that good player is in a bad place. I think people looking at like the cards as he was dealt, the reports are that he didn't want Deshaun Watson, and then Deshaun Watson has been a debacle. It's been a total failure. Like Deshaun Watson haven't done anything for this team or this organization.
Understood. All right, so let me ask you. Here's a comment. Get your thoughts on it. why would he want to go ahead and take the Atlanta job? They have no first-round draft picks. Michael Penix is seemingly injured a lot, and this doesn't make any sense.
He was putting up mad points with Joe Flacco as his quarterback. Now you give him a great offensive line, the best running back in football. That, make no bones about it, Atlanta is one of the most talented teams in football. They still got Kirk Cousins that they can hold on to until Michael Penix comes back.
Kevin Stefanski won the weekend. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
that's a damn good job. Well, now it's probably fourth, but it's still a pretty good job
because
for Kevin Stefanski to end up in. Could he end up in a better situation than that?
No,
probably
not outside of the other two. But like you talk about a young team, man, that is a young team ready to go, man. Defensively, they spend both of their first-round draft picks on pass rushers. Now, just imagine if he brings Jim Schwartz to that defense. They got a lockdown corner. They got two young pass rushers on the outside, and they got Bates at center. At safety. Schwartz, that's in a weak-ass division with Jim Schwartz.
Well, no, they just signed Ulbrich to an extension this morning.
Oh, that's dumb. You got a chance. You got a chance to bring in Jim Schwartz, and you playing around with Ulbrich.
It sounds like Cleveland's doing everything they can to keep him there, whether it's as head coach or DC. I don't know what they're doing, but they're certainly getting his attention.
But if the head coach don't want him, then what are you going to do?
800-919-3776, 800-919-ESPN. In moments, we will take you through what happened this weekend. It is just amazing how this almost fell apart in the Giants. That's next on ESPN New York.
Show your team's spirit and save big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
FanDuel's giving all customers a profit boost for the college football championship tonight. It's your last boost of the season. Pick the side you believe in or build a parlay that fits the moment. Then apply your profit boost and go after a boosted payout with everything on the line. It's hard to fight against the momentum of Indiana and Mendoza this season, and that's where I'm leaning. FanDuel's the best place to get into the championship action, and when you win, you'll get paid instantly. So visit FanDuel.com/local to get your college playoff profit boost today. 21 and over and physically present New York option required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hey, fans!
friends. Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
The post-career day press conference brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the fireman be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
So the Giants do wrap it up and get their man this weekend, boy, but it was not without some hand-wringing moments, Bartholomew. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you can go, you can chime in on the show, you can watch the show, which is just such a treat to see us in person right on your screen. But go there and certainly subscribe to the ESPN New York YouTube page. And wherever you get your podcasts, if you miss any of the show, by all means, make sure that you get locked in on that and subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts, including on YouTube. So, Bart, a great read from Ian O'Connor of The Athletic today. Now, Ian was all over this story from the get-go with the Giants and John Harbaugh, okay? So here's what went down over the last few days. He left that dinner the other night. Everybody's happy, verbally agreed to become the coach. He's getting the job, and that's where it's headed, right? So much so that he had one more face-to-face team that he was seeing, and that was the Titans for the next day. And he canceled that meeting. They were supposed to come down, and he was going to have a catered dinner. This was the day after that dinner that he had with the Giants, right? So he canceled that. And here's a direct quote from the story. A couple of days later, Harbaugh's camp thought that might have been a mistake. In the tense hours before, this is from Ian O'Connor in The Athletic. In the tense hours before Harbaugh reached his agreement, Brian Harlan was still communicating with the Titans who were interested in hiring him. Harbaugh's done deal with the Giants was not done, and the Titans were not the only team ready to pounce if the unimaginable happened and the whole thing fell apart. Executives around the league started to wonder if something was happening. Harlan wouldn't have been doing his job if he wasn't talking to the Titans just to protect his client, but the Giants could have been talking to alternative candidates as well. They weren't. As both sides worked in good faith, vultures circled. One NFL executive told Harlan that team's owner was willing to hop on a plane the next day and make a 9-figure offer to Harbaugh if the Giants went cold. But Giants still remain confident, and to ease the coach's concerns about the chain of command and operational structure, Chris Mara had a secret meeting with him on Friday at an undisclosed location between New York and Baltimore. Secret meeting.
Was this at the same place where Rex and Tannenbaum got
Revis
deal
the
done?
Roscoe Diner? But progress was made, according to Ian. But then, quote, but when asked at 9:17 that night if he was still feeling good about his prospects of becoming the Giants head coach, the man who had New York as his number one potential destination throughout the process and who kept picturing himself in the iconic Giants colors responded with a shrug emoji.
Shrug emoji?
Yes. Harbaugh needed it in writing that he would report to John Mara and not Joe Schoen, a fact that ran counter to the way the Giants have conducted business. New York had historically been a GM-centric organization with even tough guy coaches and guys like Parcells and Coughlin. Harbaugh was pushing ownership to change to a more of a coach-driven model, and it was taking time to get there. Shane recused himself in the last couple of days of the chase as John Mara and Tisch deliberated with support from Chris Mara.
Hold on, he recused himself?
In other words, I better step out of this. If Joe Schoen...
Hold on. So Joe Schoen was president. He's like, nah, man, I'm not reporting to this dude.
No, Joe Schoen is like, you could see that it was falling apart, and if it fell apart, he was going to get fired altogether. So then it's just, you know what, I'll take a step back here. So basically,
but initially, I wonder if was because he was doing the negotiation. So I guarantee you that he was there.
Well, that changed. That's the thing. He recused himself from the negotiation,
from the process altogether.
Yeah.
Man,
here's my question: why did it take so long for that to be a thing? To have it not set up so that he's answering to Joe Schoen. Like, we all understand that might be the way that you've always done business before, but Joe Schoen's lucky to have a job.
But you know what they're saying? They're saying, we didn't do that for Parcells. We didn't do that for so-and-so.
I understand. That's fine, but this is a different time. And if you want my guy – so basically, Harbaugh responded with a shrug emoji.
I didn't even know what that's the I don't know. That's the I don't know.
Yeah, that's the who knows? Could be, maybe not. That was not exactly the I'm locked in and let's go get this done. It's like, they're not budging, so this could fall apart.
Joe Schoen cannot feel good about his future.
No, but at the same time, if he had been the reason that the Giants didn't get Harbaugh, can you imagine what that response would have been from the fan base?
Yeah,
because that would have gotten out.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, going forward.
Yeah.
He can't feel good that he's here. If Harbaugh, like, man, I'm not reporting to him, then it's only a matter of time before he snake him the same way he did Daboll.
There's no question. No, listen, I'd start freshening up the resume and looking around for better situations. There's no doubt.
Yeah, he's like, I gave him a year. He got to go.
Wow. Just to read that basically Joe Schoen had to step out of the room. Oh, my God. What a complete and utter mess that would have been if that had fallen apart. Now, I give them credit. It didn't, and they got it done.
Because they knew they had once it was a threat for him to leave, they knew that it was on and popping. Now, his press conference is tomorrow, so it's going to be interesting when people ask him that question. How important was it to make sure that you are able to be here and Joe Schoen isn't? You know what I mean?
Well,
or you don't report to Joe Schoen.
When the reports came out, Saturday that it got done, one of the first quotes that was out there from John Harbaugh, and it was a quote to Ian O'Connor via text, "I report to John Mara." Harbaugh said that specifically. "I report to John Mara."
What about Tisch?
Well, him too, but that's his point was, I don't report to anybody but the owner.
I the captain. I don't own the ship, but I the captain.
Wow.
As it should be.
Of course it should be. Of course it should be.
A guy, if you want to land a guy of that stature, like when Parcells was here, Parcells was a young coach, new coach, right?
Yeah. Parcells' first year went 3-12-1. He was on Ray Perkins' staff. He was I believe he was the DC on Ray Perkins' staff the year before, and then Perkins quit and went to Alabama.
Damn, how far the Giants organization have come from dude just saying, I'm going to go coach in Alabama.
Yeah, and George Young wanted to fire Parcells after the first year when they went 3-12-1, and they didn't.
So Aaron Glenn is in good company.
Aaron Glenn's been there before. Listen, there have been plenty of guys who had very bad first years before. The thing that I point at with Glenn is, if you're going to point to all of those coaches, all right, but let's see where the progress was made. Like with Dan Campbell a few years ago, the progress was made later in year one. It didn't end with 5 straight 25-point losses or whatever it was. So
you know what's interesting to me, and I didn't really give much thought to it, but now I'm thinking about it. If Aaron Glenn hires a defensive coordinator, does he not be able to hire his staff?
Does the defensive coordinator not hire his staff?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that's
going
to be structured.
You see what I'm saying? Like, Aaron Glenn has a lot of former players, Dre Bly, Curry. He has a lot of former players on his staff.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a coordinator, I want to bring the guys that know my system, that teaches my system to work the right way too.
So talk to me about that for a second. What is the normal protocol there? The defensive coordinator gets to hire his own staff as far as the position coaches, or is it? It's genuinely a joint venture, right?
Yeah, I mean, that I really don't know. I've never really thought about that because Rex always had the same people. So when you hire you're basically firing a side of the ball. But if they teach a system, what if they don't work well with the guys? Now, you can teach the coaches your system. Like, all right, man, this is what we're doing. Cover 3 is cover 3, stuff like that. But techniques and stuff you can teach too. But what if you get one of these high-profile guys like Schwartz or something, I'm sure he has linebacker coaches and people that he says, man, this is my guy. Where I go, he goes. So if you want me.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so. I would think so. Let's talk about the Jets for a moment there, okay? We saw the list of the coordinator candidates that they've interviewed as of the other day.
Who did they interview?
All right, so I'm gonna take you through it. I have to pull up their actual tweet from the team. Let's see here. So we've completed virtual interviews with the following candidates for our defensive coordinator position. All right, Matthew Araujo, who looks like he was on the Dolphins staff. Ephraim Banda, who was with the Browns. DeMarcus Covington. Chris Harris, who was with the Jets. Durante Jones. Jim O'Neill with the Lions.
So Jim
and
O'Neill.
Then Jim Leonard and Wink Martindale.
Okay. So just so people know, Jim O'Neill was here with Rex in Baltimore.
Okay.
With me the first time. He was in Baltimore, but then he was here with the Jets too. So Jim O'Neill's been on the staff. So people that may not know about who Jim O'Neill is, he was funny. He was a linebacker at Towson University. We always make fun of him about that. But he was on the defense coaching staff. I forgot what he was coaching. It wasn't the linebackers. He was like an assistant DB coach or something with Dennis Thurman. So you have 2 former Jets in there.
Defensive quality control in 2009. Assistant DB coach for 3 years with the Jets. There you go. And that was 09 to 12.
Yep.
For O'Neill.
Jim Leonard, we all know about.
Wink
Martindale.
I think those are 2. I think Jim Leonard and Wink are 2 pretty good candidates. I can't speak to guys. I have no idea if position coaches are going to translate into great coordinators. Jim Leonard's been a coordinator at Wisconsin.
Been a head coach at Wisconsin.
Huh?
I think he was a head coach too. No, he got passed over for head coach. He got passed over.
He was always the defensive coordinator when he was there. And I think, I mean, listen, you tell me about Jim Leonard. You know him better than anybody.
I mean, super smart guy. I mean, was a great player. We signed him on a 10-day contract. He went straight into coaching. I mean, in that Wisconsin team, they were good defensively for a couple of years in the Big Ten. And he's been one of these guys that's been respected. That's why he was given such high positions so early. You know, even though he wasn't the greatest player, he was a really, really good player.
He was a guy that got the most out of his ability.
Exactly. And, you know, underestimated, so to speak, man. Like, he's a guy that 5'9" and won the dunk contest at Wisconsin. Like,
so Leonard this year is the pass game coordinator with the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they had a very good year defensively.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy, former DB. He's been around all the best players, and sometimes the players that aren't the best make better coaches because they have to use their brains and not sometimes, you know, their athleticism and stuff like that to get out of trouble. You know, so
that's why everybody loves Brian Hartline, right?
Yeah. Yep. Brian Hartline was a decent receiver in Miami, but yeah, he's a DB whisperer. I mean, he's a receiver whisperer right now. But yeah, I mean. That's why I need to know. I need to figure out, like, how much of the staff is getting shaken up. Because when your defense plays that bad, man, when they play that bad, you got to consider everybody. Like, how can you not look at Dre Bly? Like, your DBs were horrible. You're the cornerbacks coach. Like, everybody, defensive line coach. Like I said, there's so many great assistants out there right now. Like I mentioned Dunbar. I mentioned, like, out of all these 9 staffs, you have to ask yourself, is this players or people on their staffs that are better than what I got in-house now because they weren't available last year or the year before?
You'd have to think so. You would certainly have to think so. I look at this, and if you told me the Jets came out of this with one of 3 guys right now, Leonard, Wink, or Sean McDermott, I'm good. Now, I think McDermott's going to get a head coaching job.
The crazy thing is,
but if you're McDermott, do you want to definitively take a head coaching job if you feel like there is some ability on the Jet defense? I don't know.
But here's the crazy part as well. If you're Aaron Glenn, yeah. Remember how we said, like, man, like, yeah, maybe we weren't looking for a head coach, but man, we never thought this guy would be available. If you're never looking for a head offensive coordinator, but because you're gonna have a new coach anyway, so who cares? I mean, you're gonna have a new quarterback anyway. So no matter what, they're gonna be learning the system for the first time. Man, if I was Glenn, I would be looking at some of these offense coordinators that got let go and say, I don't know, I might have to look at one of those.
I don't disagree. Why wouldn't I try to upgrade everything that I could?
Atlanta's offensive coordinator was legit. You got who else? I mean, so many openings there.
Well, I mean, there's McDaniel, obviously.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
There's McDaniel. There's Todd Monken, assuming he's going to come to the Giants, but I don't know for sure. There's Arthur Smith. There is.
He still may get a head coach job, but yeah.
You think Arthur Smith's getting a head coaching job this year?
People think he's going to go to Tennessee, maybe.
I mean, he's got the ties to the community. His father was the president of FedEx, and he passed away this past year.
Why is he working?
He wants to. Looking for fulfillment.
Fulfill.
Listen, my bank account's fulfilled. I'm good.
Right.
My fat ass would be on a yacht.
I'll be flying my private FedEx plane with no windows anywhere I want to go.
Exactly. But what Joe Brady is? Joe Brady going to get the head coaching job in Buffalo? I would certainly give it to Joe Brady before I would give it to Daboll.
Yeah, I would think so too. Offense hasn't been a problem.
Why wouldn't you be trying to upgrade everything? Like, it's kind of an embarrassment of riches that's available right now.
That's what I'm saying.
And if you came up with enough money, or if you convince some guys like, hey, we're going to draft a quarterback or we're going to figure out a way to get our number 2 pick up or draft a quarterback next year, and you're going to be the guy to help figure out who that is. I don't know, man.
Yeah, you got T. Martin, who was a great quarterbacks coach for
Baltimore.
For Lamar. Yeah.
Like,
but he's probably going to go maybe because he wasn't always there. He wasn't always there with what about Harbaugh? Kafka? I would bring Kafka and just make him my quarterbacks coach.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot there to work with. And the problem is, are the Jets going to be an attractive enough job for those candidates? Is it all about me having to overpay? What is it about for the DCs and for the OCs?
I mean, listen, the Jets definitely have talent, and they definitely have the money, and they actually have the draft capital to infuse whatever side of the ball they want with tremendous amounts of young talent, moldable talent.
But you need to answer this question for me because you know better than me talking to coaches, okay? How difficult does it become to get a coordinator to go to a place where if you have a bad year, it could be one and done?
Yeah.
How difficult is that?
I mean, I think it is difficult, but I think Glenn has at least 3 years. They're gonna give him at least 3 years, unless Mike Tomlin comes off the throne and says, "I'm coaching again." See, that's the crazy part. It's a lot. How many teams are holding on, saying, "You know what? We'll fire our coach next year because we got Mike Tomlin. We got Mike Tomlin that's going to be around."
For instance, if I was Buffalo today, the first thing I'd be doing is calling Mike Tomlin. But if I were Mike Tomlin, the first thing I'd said is, "I'm sorry, Brandon Beane, who? He's what now?"
Didn't he come from Pittsburgh?
He's running Venezuela? What?
Where did Brandon Beane come from?
Brandon Beane, I need to go back and look.
I remember that name, like when he became that. He was an understudy of somebody.
Yeah. No, like everybody is.
It might be Pittsburgh. Or Tampa. It wasn't Pittsburgh or Tampa.
Let's see. It does. Wikipedia doesn't. He was in Carolina.
Yeah, so
Carolina.
Yeah, so before Buffalo, he was with Carolina from 1998 through 2016 in various different roles.
So that's why he hired Sean McDermott.
Yeah, and I think Shane was in Carolina for a bit. He was like, I got you.
He was probably like, I got you the job, so now I got to take it back so I can survive. You know what I'm saying? Because it's no coincidence that he hired a coach from Carolina. He was from Carolina.
Let's get our guy Ira in Staten Island in here on ESPN New York. Ira, what's going on, bud?
No, all good. So, Bart, by the way, 8 DCs interviewed. Most teams don't even interview 8 head coaches. So you know what the deal is. And if he's going to give Glenn 3 years, that rope he wants us to hang on better get a lot longer. But, with that said, I think it's going to end up being Jim O'Neill. I would love to get Leonard, but I just don't see it. I don't think anybody established is going to come here knowing that in a year or two they could be gone.
It's a hard sell, and that's what you need.
Well, Jim O'Neill
you need some assurances on that.
Yeah, I feel Ira with the Jim O'Neill because he was probably already on the staff. He was on the staff with Aaron Glenn working underneath him. So now he feels like, hey, I kind of know what you like to do. Same thing. Yep. It's all in making sure that the head coach feels secure that it's not a guy that can become a star that can take his job if he becomes bigger than the program.
That's right, and it's amazing. And once again, I'm not getting on Glenn really piling on here, but a third of the head coaches got fired, and we're sitting with a coach that right now the team looks light years away from the teams I watched the last 2 weekends in the playoffs.
Listen, Ira, they weren't going to move on from him with the amount of money that they paid him. Remember, they did have to pay him a good amount. He's got $10 million a year or whatever it is. And that's for a first-time head coach is a lot. And that's because AG had some of the leverage last year, and he made sure to use it. And I don't hold that against him.
It's crazy. I would think $50 million would have been, for somebody first-time head coach. I was thinking that would have been like maybe Ben Johnson or something, but because he was the number one guy.
He ended up with like 15 or something.
Damn, that's what they paying these guys?
Ben Johnson ended up at a ridiculous number. Because remember, a couple of years ago when he turned down Washington, that the reports were that he wanted like 14 a year to be the head coach then.
Wow.
Now, listen, I think we would both probably say that when you look at the Bears' year under him, he was worth it so far.
Yeah.
So far, what you need to see is the continued development of Williams.
You won a division. They didn't get the bye, did they? Did they have a bye?
They did not have the bye.
So they had 2 home.
Because they beat Green Bay last week.
Okay, so you made mad money because you hosted 2 home games.
Mm-hmm.
So that's worth it.
Yeah, you made up for it for sure. Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. 5 o'clock this afternoon, MLK Day. The Knicks host the Mavericks at Madison Square Garden. Coverage begins 4:30 right here on 880 ESPN. At 7:30, Nets hosting the Suns at Barclays Center. 7:30, the national championship game in college football. It's Indiana and Miami. You can watch that game on ESPN TV or listen on 1050 ESPN. 9 o'clock, Devils are in Calgary to play the Flames. 10 o'clock, Rangers, Anaheim to play the Ducks. Coverage begins at 9:30 right here on ESPN New York. Also at 10, Islanders in Vancouver to face the Canucks. So it is a jam-packed New York sports day. Tullamore Dew is the original, triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you can watch the show, be a part of it. by all means, go there, subscribe right now. In moments, we have some audio files coming your way, and there will be some very interesting audio to hear. And that will include, as I look at it in front of me, Josh Allen. And what happened? That's next. ESPN New York.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? SafeStep walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. SafeStep walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. SafeStep walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. SafeStep walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hi, I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. You know what's interesting about the words personal injury? The first word is person. And at D'Agostino & Associates, that word means everything. That's because I handpick every person in our firm, from the pleasant professional person who answers your call to the experienced person litigating your case in court. Because every person in my firm is an extension of me, and the only way to exceed our clients' expectations is to deliver the highest level of personal service every single time. And that starts with hiring the right people. You see, we know that every client is a person too. Someone going through the toughest time in their lives and deserves to be more than just a file number. At D'Agostino & Associates, we put the person back in personal injury. So call 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222 and ask for me, John D'Agostino. And let's talk about your case, person to person. D'Agostino, law, bite back.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead.
Really?
That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second,
You get your stake back in cash.
with BetMGM's Second Chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first TD scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. New Jersey only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Benjamin Franklin, sir, I've just received news.
Speak.
They're multiplying you.
Multiplying me?
Yes, many times.
Multiple Benjamins?
Shall I stop it?
No.
Multiply your Benjamins with New York Lottery's Extra Multiplier Scratch-Off games. Play for the chance to multiply your winnings up to 100 times. Prizes up to $3 million.
I've won! I've multiplied myself! We won!
Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband Ryan died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with their award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page, games from over the weekend, man. In case you missed it, Sean McDermott fired by the Bills this morning after the Bills lost the other day. And McDermott was so angry about the non-catch call, about the ball that ended up being called an interception, that he not only complained about it in his post-game press conference, but he also called the media and got put on speakerphone, basically, in the press box later on that day. He was that ticked off about it. Like, that's one where obviously he knew he was getting fired at that point.
Yeah, because
right?
what do you expect to be accomplished by calling them back, other than you being looking like a spoiled, whining little baby?
Yeah. Like, I don't know exactly how that's supposed to work in your favor.
Right.
How is anybody in the media going to, like, take your side after that as well?
Well, who cares? What are they going to do? Change the score? You know what?
The
actually,
guy has been cast, right?
Right. So I don't know what the purpose was, other than I know I'm getting fired, so let me vent, and nobody else cared. Well, I'll be poaching that. Listen, if I'm the Jets or Giants, I'm poaching. Like, everybody talk about Daboll and how his effect was on Josh Allen. Joe Brady is a guy that should be sought after. I mean, now I think coming down to it, he might, because I thought Kevin Stefanski was going to end up with the Raiders.
Well, he ended up in a much better situation.
Yeah, he did. Well, yeah, maybe. Depends on who you ask.
The Falcons' job is a good job.
Depends on who you ask. So if you get Mendoza and you got all that salary cap space out there with Vegas, that can be very attractive.
Yeah, maybe they can change it completely quickly. I don't know. Yeah. A couple of comments here before we get to our audio files. Eitan Tomlinson, I would still like Schwartz, Raheem Morris, or Wink. Are you surprised that we haven't heard Raheem's name at all?
I'm completely surprised, because what he did, and the crazy part is, like, Raheem has been on the offensive side and on the defensive side of the ball. Like, he's coached receivers and he's coached the entire defense.
I mean, universally, he's certainly known as a very good coordinator.
Defensive coordinator. Yeah. I mean, listen, we haven't even got into Vance Joseph yet.
It's true.
It's still teams playing that we haven't talked about their coordinators. We haven't even talked about Shula, or we haven't even got into the mentor part of it yet.
Shula's getting the head coaching interviews, but that's obviously put off a little bit now. Brian Flores is getting a second interview with Pittsburgh. We'll go through some of these in sideline to sideline coming up in just a bit. One other thing, Black Metronome chiming in, Bart. In other news, I just left the dispensary after racking up on MLK Day discounts. Godspeed.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're going to have a dream. You're going to have a dream once that marijuana put your ass to sleep.
Once that gummy kicks in.
Uh-huh.
Let's go sideline to sideline.
Do you want to do audio files or sideline to sideline?
Audio files.
Yeah, that's right. Here we go.
Thanks.
The audio file.
All right, let's do that again. Audio files. Boom. There we go. Okay. Now it's all good. What's up, Tom?
All right. Well, what's up is that the Bills have had a rough 48 hours. It's really sad how they lost on Saturday, and now they don't have a coach anymore. It's a tragic situation over there.
This is why I really like the fact that we have Tom now working on the show, as he has been for a while. Just hearing the joy in his voice sometimes when he's talking about other people's misery, it's fantastic.
Thing is, the Jets and Giants can't be miserable right now because we're in a part of the season that we dominate.
Oh, Giants can't be miserable right now.
We sure the Jets dominate the offseason?
Last year we got Aaron Glenn.
And how did that work out?
No. Everybody was happy. Don't front now, Tom. Let's not act like you weren't ecstatic that they got the guy coming home. And then now we're going to dominate. Listen, tonight, who's bigger? Who runs the draft? Especially now that we're not taking a quarterback with our first pick. We get to watch Surratt. We get to watch Bang. We get to watch Manoa. What you mean? We get the bang out, baby. We good.
You also get to watch the quarterback that's going to go to the Raiders instead of the Jets, but that's for another day. Anyway, I'm a misery wallower in.
Tom, I would not underestimate the Raiders' ability to do something stupid.
Oh, that would be hilarious if they did. Honestly, if Mendoza somehow ended up with the Jets, I'd call that a big miracle for the Jets, and I would be praising them until the end of times, or I'd be laughing at the Raiders, whichever comes first.
They might sign Malik Willis.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we'll see how that works out for them. Anyway, how did it work out for Josh Allen? Not well. Let's hear from him.
Just missed opportunities throughout the game. A long season. I hate how it ended, and it's going to stick with me for a long time. Extremely difficult. Feel like I let my teammates down tonight.
Are you sure you were the one that let the teammates down there, Josh? Because your former head coach now didn't seem to think that was the case.
No, it's not on him. We had opportunities, all of us, and I'm extremely proud of him. He's a tremendous person, tremendous leader, tremendous quarterback, and there's plays we all want back.
Yeah, there's plays they all wanted back.
There's
and
4 of them that we want back. Like the turnover that put Denver right in scoring position when you threw the ball backwards.
Yeah.
What?
You just kind of scooped it and just tried to make anything happen with it. I mean, you turned it over. What did you turn over 5 times total? The 2 interceptions and the fumbles.
Wow.
What are we talking about? I think the team had 5 turnovers and he had 4.
But with the game losing one, like in crunch time, you threw the pick.
I mean, let's separate fact from fiction here, Bart. The Bills lost the game because Josh Allen wasn't very good.
Correct.
And he reverted to who he was a few years ago. You can talk about all the things that he did do well. That's fine. But those are the things he does well in each and every week. And that's why he's supposed to elevate everybody else when you're getting paid the amount of money that you're getting paid and you can't pay anybody else.
Exactamundo.
Sorry. Next.
So
can we hear his fat tackle crying? The one that always talking stuff about the Jets? Let's hear his crybaby ass. Yeah, let's hear his
I don't think we have any Deion Dawkins here.
No, we unfortunately don't. Did you want to hear Sean McDermott complaining about the interception, or did you want me to play Sean Payton wallowing in the misery of his quarterback being out for the postseason now?
Yes.
Yeah, both.
That's a yes. Okay, we'll start with the fired head coach first, Sean McDermott. He has a problem with the interception at the in overtime.
It's hard for me to understand why it was ruled the way it was ruled. If it is ruled that way, then why wasn't it slowed down? Just to make sure that we have this right. That would have made a lot of sense to me, to make sure that we have this thing right, because that's a pivotal play in the game. We have the ball at the 20, maybe kicking a game-winning field goal right there, so I'll just leave it at that. But I'm saying it because I'm standing up for Buffalo, damn it. I'm standing up for us. What went on is not how it should go down, in my estimation. That play, these guys spent 3 hours out there playing football, pouring their guts out, to not even say, hey, let's just slow this thing down. That's why I'm bothered.
Standing up for us, it ain't you anymore.
Well, listen, he's not wrong that they should have taken a longer look at it. That was kind of silly. The whole idea of wanting to move a game along, even Gene Steratore said after the fact they needed to at least take a look. He thought the call was right, but at least stretch it out and make sure that you look at it completely.
Oh, make it look good, even though you're convinced and you believe that that was an interception. Let's go back and look at it just so we can make them feel good.
Make everybody feel better.
Who cares, right, bro? Like, you lost. Yeah. You lost, and you're standing up for Buffalo. No, you're not. You're standing up for yourself because you know your ass about to get fired.
Well, it was not all good news, as we know, right, Tom? For Denver.
Yeah, it was rather sad news. I feel really, really bad for them. I actually do feel bad for them, unlike
I don't.
Unlike Buffalo. Well, that's you, Bart. Sean Payton, what happened?
On the second to last play in overtime, Bo fractured a bone in his right ankle. He's scheduled to have surgery Tuesday of this week, which will put him out for the rest of the season. Steady's ready to go, and it was the second to last play before he threw the pass to Mims.
I mean, it's brutal. It's brutal to find that out after the game, and then it happened at the very end of the game, and that's where you are. That's an absolutely brutal situation for Denver, and I do feel for them a little bit here. Sure, I do, because that is a really, really good defense, and now everybody expects New England to go there and win. Listen, we haven't seen Jarrett Stidham in a few years. I can't say this. Huh?
Is since 2022, I think.
It's
2023
like,
is his last time playing.
It's like 700 and some days since the last time he threw a pass. Almost 800 days.
Well, so that means he been getting free checks for a couple years. So maybe he need to go earn his damn money like everybody else on the team.
He absolutely does.
When nobody wept for George Kittle.
No.
Nobody weep for the San Francisco 49ers. Nobody weep for Nico Collins being out of the game yesterday. Nobody weep for Dalton Schultz. What are we weeping for this dude for?
Well,
who cares?
It's the quarterback.
Oh, because the quarterback. Once again, because it's the quarterback.
Well, yeah, because listen, it's the most important position.
Yeah, nobody weep for us when Chris Jenkins tore his hamstring twice. The most dominant inside presence in football. He was top 5 at his position. Nobody weep for us.
Well, listen, let me
We went 2 years with AFC championships without Chris Jenkins.
Listen, let me explain to you, Bart, why we're weeping for Bo Nix.
Why you a baby?
It's because now we're probably going to have to see the Patriots have to advance to the Super Bowl, likely, because the Broncos are going to have Jarrett Stidham, because Boston, of course, needs another championship appearance. That's, of course, what they needed. It's not like they didn't need to go without one for like 30 years or something.
Yeah. After Matthew Stafford or the Seattle Seahawks, good luck. I hope the Patriots win so they can feel all good and get their ass whooped in the Super Bowl again.
Well,
it's just tough to take. It's going to be tough to take a couple of weeks of that, though, Like 2 weeks of them being back in the Super Bowl before they get their ass kicked.
I love it. Oh, man, the Patriots are back. Oh,
well, the reason...
They're back in the division, so that's the biggest problem.
That's this year. Wait till Drake May blow his ACL out next year.
At any rate,
that's lovely.
Yeah, thanks for that. So, any rate, the reason that the Patriots are back in the AFC Championship game and possibly the Super Bowl is because the Texans and C.J. Stroud, they have some problems. And the problem is that C.J. Stroud needs to find his groove again. The first half didn't go so well for him. D'Amico Ryans, did you consider benching Stroud at all at any point?
No, C.J.'s our guy. I believe that he could come back out in the second half and flip it. I believe that he could play better, and he did that in the second half. He did play better. We had some positive drives there in the second half, because I believe that he would do that, and he did that.
D'Amico.
He played better. It's nowhere but to go from the first half.
Exactly.
Of course he played better than the first half.
And it wasn't just the first half. It was a game and a half then, at that point, that he had played that poorly. And you had Davis Mills, who's won 3 games for you this year. I think if I was on that defense, I'd be livid at the head coach today.
I'm not giving him no extension. That's how I punish his ass. No way in hell. I'm giving this dude. We're going to pick up this 5th-year option. We're going to go get Breece Hall with that money we save.
Oh,
damn, if I ain't going to be able to run the ball
this year. No way. I'm going to be honest. I think they got a quarterback problem.
Me too, because this has been 2 years in a row.
Yeah. This is not a small sample size. I think they have a quarterback problem on their hands. Next.
All right. Some people have called Caleb Williams a quarterback problem in the past, and he looked like a savior going at the end of regulation in the Bears-Rams game. Unfortunately, something happened in overtime, which was called an interception, because it looked like DJ Moore gave up on the play, at least in my humble opinion, and that ended up leading to the Rams driving down the field and ended up winning the game. Caleb, what happened on that OT interception?
Gotta go back and watch it. Obviously, I haven't seen it and don't really know, but from in the moment, saw the front side safety down, front side of the concept, ended up getting hemmed up a little bit, and so moved on and had DJ going over top over all of it. Just miscommunication between him and I. Tried to flatten him off under the safety, and he kept it vertical from what I saw on obviously in the moment.
So Bart, if he's trying to go underneath to him and the receiver, DJ Moore, goes over the top there, who's more likely to have been the source of the miscommunication?
I mean, you got the quarterback throwing anticipation. You got the wide receiver thinking he's secondary and just running a clear out. They're kind of both, you got to be on the same page. But ultimately, he threw a blind. You got to throw that ball early if you're Caleb. It probably was DJ Moore's fault. But giving up and not, at least being able to break that up.
Tom, any more?
I do have one more, and this one is a little bit of a promotion for tonight's college football championship between Indiana in Miami. Two wonderful head coaches are about to speak. Curt Cignetti and Mario Cristobal. So much on the line for these guys. I'm just going to play the cut because it's wonderful to promote tonight's game.
Your two programs have very different histories. I'm wondering, just from a historical perspective, what a national championship would mean for each of your programs on Monday.
It would mean we're the national champion.
Coach Cristobal?
It would mean we're the national champions.
Thanks, guys.
Cristobal been pissed off since they won it. Remember, hey, we got one more game. He didn't even let them even smile. All right.
Lighten up, fellas. Come on.
I can't wait to see the talent out there for us. I'm telling you, I think we should get Surratt with that first number. If we don't take a receiver in the first two picks, that third pick could mess around and be that. I like that. I like that receiver.
I do have to be honest about something though, that bothers me. First of all, I'm not a Miami guy. I can't stand Miami to begin with, but I don't hate this team like I used to hate some of the Miami teams. I could always respect them. The greatest college team I ever saw was the 2001 Miami Hurricanes. That was
the one with Ed Reed?
Oh, yeah.
Sean Taylor, Willis McGahee.
Sean was already gone. That's how good it was. Sean was already gone at that point, I think. Actually, no, he was not.
No, he was still there because Ed Reed hadn't left yet.
You're right.
Ed Reed shot Sean Taylor's run on kickoff.
You're right.
Frank Gore. It was Frank Gore, Willis McGahee.
I think Gore was actually hurt that year. Gore had an ACL that year.
Yeah, and Clinton Portis.
Andre Johnson, Bryant McKinney.
Jeremy Shockey.
Vilma, the D lineman.
No, Vilma wasn't there. Vilma's younger than us.
I thought Vilma was there.
No, Will Fork.
Will Fork was definitely there. I mean, it was ridiculous with that. Samari Roll was there.
No, Antrell Roll.
Antrell Roll, excuse me. I get the two roles mixed up all the time. Antrell got them mixed up. So, listen, that was the best team I ever saw. But tonight, it is a little tough to take. I'll root for Indiana because it's a Big Ten team.
Oh, come on, man. Don't do that.
No, but here's the problem for me. It's 2 years ago where that is our guaranteed win on my schedule. That is one of the few guaranteed wins I had. And you're going out there and kicking their ass every time, and nobody in Indiana even knew they had a football team. And now all of a sudden they
found Mark. Mark Cuban wrote that check.
Exactly. Where's my Mark Cuban? Get my Mark Cuban. Come on. Bart Carlin.
Got to be somewhere around here. What industry is here? Who's from the University of Rutgers?
It's Rutgers University, Bart. It's not University of Rutgers.
It's not the University of Rutgers? It's Rutgers University. Oh, well, hold on. Why do Rutgers put it behind?
They put it in front. It's Rutgers University.
Why?
It's just the way it is. I don't know. There are some state universities that do that. There are a couple of them that do that.
They think they're special?
No. None of us have ever thought we're special.
University
I
of
guarantee
Michigan.
you that.
Ohio State University.
No, that's the Ohio State University. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? SafeStep walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. SafeStep walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. SafeStep walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. SafeStep walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today.
Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Show your team spirit and say big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344.
The College Football Playoff National Championship. Let's go! The magical run by the 10th-ranked Miami Hurricanes continues.
There's no bad play, no bad call, no injury that we can't overcome.
When they face the top-ranked and undefeated Indiana Hoosiers.
All I can say is go IU and
Number 10 Miami versus number 1 Indiana. Coverage begins tonight at 6:30 on 1050 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
There will be things to watch tonight for the Jets, for sure, and for the Giants, for that matter. It's Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. And listen, guys I'm paying attention to tonight, I'm paying attention to Ruben Bain. I'm paying attention to what's going on with Surratt. You're right, very good receiver, good size that he has for Indiana. I'm still paying attention to Mendoza because you don't know what happens between now and then, and if there's a way that somehow the Jets can end up getting him to be their franchise quarterback. And frankly, there's a few of these guys that I'd be really interested in seeing how they play tonight, and I, for one, will be watching specifically for that.
Well, you also talk about maybe with 16, Manoa, his brother already plays linebacker on the team.
Yep.
And he is a mauler. But also with the uncertainty.
He's the right tackle that they think is going to be a guard, correct?
Right. So you talk about the uncertainty. You got John Simpson that's leaving, or he's a free agent, and you got the Vera Tucker debacle.
Yep.
It allow you to walk away from
How do
Vera
you think
Tucker.
that plays out?
I don't know, because you can't depend on him, man.
He's just not out there.
He probably goes somewhere and be one of the greatest players ever, but he just can't stay healthy for anything. Maybe it's the air. Maybe he needs Pacific air.
Maybe he needs Pacific air.
Yeah, he's from the West. He's from the West Coast.
He went to USC. Didn't he? I thought he had a couple of injury issues out there too. I don't know. Whatever it is.
That's what I'm saying. You don't come to the league. He's one of the most talented players I've ever seen. He's gifted. Right, he can play right tackle, left tackle, right guard, left guard. But
I'm going to ask you a question today, and I'm going to ask you the same question tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I want to know if your answer is different. Okay?
Okay.
Question is this. Would the Jets trade 2 and 16 for number 1? In other words, they're 2 first-round picks this year to move up the 1 spot and take Mendoza. Would you do that?
Yeah, but I would, but they'll be dumb to because you also got number 33, so you can just package that up and move back into the first round and get whatever you want and get the receiver. So it don't matter that way. So yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm just asking if that was the cost. Would you do that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And
But
I'm going to ask you the same question tomorrow after we watch the game tonight.
But I tell you this, I'll go one further. I would even trade next year's one. I would keep 16 and say, I'll give you this one. I'll give you number 2, and then I'll give you another number 1 for next year, and I'll keep 16.
So you would rather trade a first-round pick this year, a first-round pick next year, and a second-round pick this year?
No. Yeah, I would maybe do that.
A 1, a 2 this year, and a 1 next year.
Yep.
That's what you're telling me.
Yep, and hold on to 16.
Keeping in mind that they have 2 2s this year as well.
Right. I will hold on to 16. But I will hold on to number 32, 33.
Well, if I were the Raiders.
Because now, here you go. Here's a number 2 that's high this year. The number 2 is high this year. I'm going to give you a number because it's Dallas's. I ain't going to give you ours. I give you, and the number 2 next year going to be somebody else's. It'll be Dallas's.
We'll ask Damien Woody the same question. He joins us next. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
Presented by Robinhood.
He crosses, spins, pulls up.
With Robinhood Prediction Markets, buy or sell your predictions all game long. No house odds, just you versus the market. Put your sports IQ to work. Trade every shot, block, steal, run, and moment that shifts the game. With Robinhood Prediction Markets, trade every play. Visit Robinhood.com/predict to start trading. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Knicks fans, it's time for basketball, and the action starts on Wednesday at Crompton Ale House with Team ESPN New York and Ultra. Whether you need a pregame spot or you're looking for the right Knicks bar to watch the game versus the Nets, Crompton Ale House is your destination. The party tips off at 7 p.m., and Team ESPN will be giving away ESPN, Ultra, and Knicks prizes. Join fellow Knicks fans on Wednesday at 159 West 26th Street. Cheer on your Knicks, enjoy Ultra draft and bottle specials, and cool prizes all game long at Crompton Ale House.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Bart Scott.
What the hell?
Chris Carlin.
Take a hike. We're good.
This is Bart and Carlin.
Buckle your chin strap. We about to bang.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
That's right. It is Bart and Carlin. After a just great and strange weekend of football, and the news this morning that Sean McDermott is out as Bills head coach. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Bartholomew, it is noon, which means what?
It's the power hour, 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 hour. 9 for the 9 years that Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills have terrorized the New York Jets. It's all over with now, buddy.
Problem is the Patriots are back. Damien Woody joins us. He, of course, ESPN NFL analyst and former Jet, former Patriot. So with that news today, how surprised were you when that broke while you guys were on the air on Get Up that, in fact, Sean McDermott was getting fired?
It wasn't surprising to me. Actually, in the 8 o'clock hour, that was my big point, like my 30,000 foot view of the game that Buffalo lost was Sean McDermott. And think about this. You know, Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills had dominated the AFC East for 6 years or whatever it's been. And, you know, they had nothing to show for it. Now the Patriots are back. They're on the precipice of going to the Super Bowl. And, like, I just look at Sean McDermott. I respect Sean McDermott, what he's done for Buffalo. He's turned that program around. They've had a lot of success. But ultimately, when you have the best player on the planet in Josh Allen and you're not able to get over the hump, I just feel like the organization felt like a change was needed.
And I felt like the vibe was set by what Baltimore and what Pittsburgh did. And at some point, you got to move on and say, we need somebody to get us over the hump. We saw this with Tony Dungy and, John Gruden. But were you surprised at how badly Josh Allen played?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we don't, throughout Josh Allen's playoff tenure, I don't think you can point to one game where you can just say Josh Allen lost that game. He's never been the reason they lost. They've been, they've been, before this weekend's game, it's always been Buffalo's defense. And coincidentally, Buffalo's defense gave up another 30-burger to the Denver Broncos. But this was the first time where I can literally say that Josh Allen had played a hand in Buffalo losing the game. And listen, you in these type of games, Bart, you know this, in these type of games in the postseason, you just can't win when you turn the ball over. And Josh Allen had some plays where he's just looking like, man, you're better than that. Like that those are shades of old Josh Allen. You know, the new Josh Allen that we've been seeing as of late is a guy who's been making the spectacular plays, but also been taking care of the football. And he may have some costly turnovers in this game.
D. Wood with us, ESPN NFL analyst. This is a strange one, but I just kind of ticked into my head off of what you were saying in your first answer. If it wasn't the Patriots going to the AFC Championship game, do you think they might have given McDermott another chance?
That's a good question. I can't answer it, you know, but maybe it did play a role in it. The fact that the Patriots, you know, Mike Vrabel comes in first year and just flips this thing on top of its head, and now the Patriots are quote unquote back again. I mean, think about that. You're Buffalo. You've been terrorizing the AFC East. You basically, you know, when the Patriots dynasty ended, you basically taken up the AFC East, and again, you have nothing to show for it. Nothing. No AFC conference championship, no Super Bowl appearance, nothing. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, the Pagulas will probably sit in the office, you know, wherever they were, and just thinking like, wow, how many times have we had these opportunities for us to come up short, and our division rival is now on the precipice of going to another Super Bowl.
Now tell me this, D. Wood. Baltimore, Buffalo, which one's a better job and why?
Man, that's a great question. Golly, that is a great question. I tend to think Baltimore. I will lean Baltimore in the slightest of ways, only because I do think Baltimore has a better roster than Buffalo. And I am kind of surprised that Brandon Beane has gotten out of this unscathed.
Promoted,
you know, the GM of the Buffalo Bills.
He got promoted.
Yeah, it's just shocking because think about it. Think about this season where you see teams make trades at the deadline, whether it was the Green Bay Packers with Micah, Rashid Shaheed. You know, how big has he been?
Jacoby Myers.
You know, for the Seattle Seahawks. Jacoby Myers, same thing. Look at the impact he's had with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you couldn't make one impactful trade to try to help your quarterback in Josh Allen. It is just unbelievable. And just looking at the roster, like Josh Allen literally has to put on his cape almost every week to will this team to win. And I know they got James Cook and the good offensive line, but there are so many deficiencies on this roster, and to see Brandon Beane be elevated, it's just mind-numbing to me.
Now, you've also, like, I thought Brandon Beane should have been fired for giving Von Miller $30 million a year when we all knew he was done. That was the worst contract. That's just one of many questionable things that you will look at the front office like, what are you guys doing?
All right, last one for me on this. The number one name that keeps coming up first and foremost from all the insiders is Brian Daboll. How do you sell that to the Bills fans after he just went 11-33 over the last couple of years?
I think it would be hard. I think it would. Like if you're gonna get rid of Sean McDermott, who's again has been a fantastic coach, turn around that whole thing, man, you're gonna need somebody bigger than Brian Daboll. I think Brian Daboll as an offensive coordinator is one thing, but to replace Sean McDermott with Brian Daboll, that is an awfully tough sell to the fan base.
D. Wood is with us, of course, ESPN NFL analyst. Let's get to some of the games. First of all, was it a catch or an interception? Just so that so we can close the door on McDermott whining about everything.
You know, there's been, in my opinion, I thought it was an interception. But listen, we've heard a variety of opinions about it. A lot of people think it's a catch. A lot of people think it's an interception. But I think the biggest thing about this, we don't know what a catch is in the NFL. Think about that. How many times we come across a situation where we just don't know. We don't know how the NFL is going to rule. And so, to me, that speaks more to the NFL and the rule book and the referee than it does us in speculating if it's a catch or not.
Now,
go ahead, Bart. I'm sorry.
Now, I kind of want to go back to the jobs situation. You know, who's the front runner you believe for, you know, we talk about those two jobs, like with Stefanski being hired. We got McCarthy out there as the last big name, but we haven't heard. It seemed like it's been lukewarm for McCarthy. You got Daboll out there. Who's the next guy that should be gone as far as, you know, coaches?
Sean McDermott. Like, if I'm Tennessee right now,
you go straight to the front of the line?
I'm moving. Yes. If I'm the Tennessee Titans right now, why wouldn't you move heaven and earth to try to get a Sean McDermott? You got a new stadium open up in 2027. You got a quarterback second year in Cam Ward. Like, they need to move heaven and earth to get a guy like Sean McDermott, who, oh, by the way, turned around the culture in Buffalo to what it is today. Like, I'm doing that if I'm Tennessee. I'm trying to get that man in right now.
It's funny you said that. Wasn't Josh Allen in his second year when he got there? Did he draft Josh Allen?
I don't believe he drafted him. Let me check.
Yes, I believe he was there when they drafted Josh Allen.
Okay. Yeah, to your point, you know what I mean, a lot of people are high on Cam Ward, and they got a lot of money to spend, I believe. They haven't paid a lot of people out there. It's a soft division.
Yeah, I'm just again, we know Sean McDermott wants to coach. He's not one of these guys who wants to sit out a year. He wants to jump right back into it. And so for me, that's my number. Like, if I'm the Tennessee Titans, that's my number one call. I'm trying to arrange for Sean McDermott to get in there, and I'm not letting him leave the building.
In 2018, he was there, and just to confirm it, they went 6-10 that year. That was Allen's first year. D. Wood with us, ESPN NFL analyst. If you are watching the Broncos the other day, and you have them facing the Patriots this weekend, give me a percentage chance that they have without Bo Nix, considering how good that defense is, and they have to go to war with Jared Stidham.
I would probably say like 30%. Listen, I will say this. Denver is one of the toughest places to play in the league. It really is. The Patriots haven't fared well in Denver in the playoffs. That's a fact. I know firsthand. And so should the Patriots be favored? Absolutely. You know, when you lose a quarterback like Bo Nix, and by the way, Bo Nix, especially like late in games, has been phenomenal. And he had a really good game this weekend as well. It's unfortunate that he has a season-ending injury. But, listen, I think if you're the Denver Broncos, obviously you got to lean heavily into your defense. Your defense got to step up like never before. And you got to ask your quarterback, look, man, I don't need you to be Superman. Don't try to do more than what you need to do. And I'm going to just pull a Bill Belichick here. Just do your job. Be a point guard. Do your job. When there's plays to be made, make the plays, but don't try to be, try to throw in your cape. That's how you lose games. Do your job. Be a facilitator, and let the other guys around you help you out.
So, D. outside of Baltimore and Buffalo, which we know are good jobs, it's probably how many of these other jobs do you think there are good jobs, right? We know Sean McDermott can't go back to Buffalo, so that means a coach may go somewhere where it's not that's the case. Why wouldn't Baltimore call Sean McDermott? That'd be funny. But when you look at it, if it's only a couple good jobs left, which coach may decide to be a coordinator may change the balance of the NFL?
Well, I think that's a good question too, because say a guy like Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel is a really, really bright offensive mind. And I know he's been having the rounds of interviews and stuff like that. And so if you're Mike McDaniel, say like the Arizona Cardinals call want to bring you in and potentially try to make a move there. Would you take that job, or would you take a job, say for the Los Angeles Chargers offensive coordinator, or some of these other jobs where prominent quarterbacks, like I think you're going to some of these offensive guys are going to think long and hard about just accepting any old job, because all money isn't good money. And so, I think there's going to be decisions that have to be made from these offensive guys like, man, maybe I need to be a coordinator just for a year and then hop back into the market, a year later. Because think about it. Over the past 2 seasons, 18 jobs now have opened up. Think about that. 18 out of 32 jobs have opened up over the past 2 seasons. You'll have an opportunity because these owners are restless.
You only get 2. You get 2 head coaching jobs opportunities. Consider yourself lucky. If you get 3, that's damn near impossible.
Yeah, that's why I think say for a guy like, again, to use my example, Mike McDaniel. Okay, you had an opportunity in Miami. You probably gonna get one more bite out of the apple. Like you better make it count. That's why I think it's gonna be really important, in his mind, what job to take, whether it's a high profile offensive coordinator or one of these other, destinations that you're in the desert.
Brian Daboll to Philadelphia will make Philadelphia something as well. So I know Philadelphia's probably antsy now because if Daboll's name's popping up to the Bills, that can maybe deter, their plan A.
Yeah, listen, man. What a time it is in the NFL. I mean, think about it. We got the last 2 league MVPs without a quarterback. Think how crazy that is. The last 2 league MVPs don't even have a coach right now.
Right.
Well, it just shows you the times that we're in the NFL where these owners are like, look, man, we got money to burn. I don't care if you. It's about what have you done for me lately. And if you can have the John Harbaughs, the Mike Tomlin, well, I wouldn't say Mike Tomlin because he just resigned on his own.
But
the John Harbaughs, the Sean McDermotts, if those guys can be fired, then anybody can be fired basically in this league.
D. Wood with us. All right, last one from me. I'm going to ask you this question today. I'll ask you the question again next week after we see what happens tonight. If you were the Jets right now, D. Wood, would you trade number 2 and the 16th pick, the 2 first-round picks, to move up to the 1 spot to take Mendoza?
Yes. I would.
Is there any way that could if he's disastrous tonight, would you change your mind?
No. I would not. I would not change my mind. Like, I've seen enough from him. Just need a quarterback. They got plenty of resources. I don't think the Raiders are going to trade out of it, but
I don't either. But
yeah, but I mean, if the opportunity presented itself in that scenario that you just laid out, I would absolutely do it.
We'll talk next week. We appreciate it, D. Wood. Thanks.
All right, thank you guys.
Hey man, stay warm out there. I know you got to travel back to Chester. We get way more snow than anybody else.
He's already gone.
We got 7 inches in Mendham and Chester, man. Like it's like
7
elevated.
inches?
Yeah.
We only got I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 where I am in Jersey.
Yeah, we up high.
Yeah.
We up higher than y'all, so we get way more snow.
Oh my God.
My damn landscaper loving it. 250 every time he come clear my spot.
250.
He came twice because to snowed twice. Yeah, he up another. Matter of fact, it's like 3. He up another 600.
Oh my God. Jeez.
Yeah,
how much ground does he have to cover? The driveway's 4 miles long?
Just about.
Just about.
2.5.
It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York YouTube page where you should be watching the show. You can go there. You can subscribe to the ESPN New York channel. And also, wherever you get your podcasts, make sure you're locked in on the show. The one thing I really in the things that we've been getting into today, off of the weekend, off of McDermott getting fired, off of the Broncos losing Bo Nix, off of the Bears losing last night with Caleb Williams, the one thing I find myself coming back to pretty consistently here is that the Buffalo Bills have wasted an incredible opportunity. I just can't get away from this since they fired McDermott this morning, and we all thought it was possible that this could happen. But Bart, just the mere thought that you had this many bites at the apple with this quarterback, and he cost you this time, that he was so bad. I mean, I get why McDermott got fired, but at the same time, man, is Josh Allen ever going to get over the hump? I know other times we can say it might not have been his fault, but when you're the quarterback and you get that check, it's your fault or it's your credit, right? And yesterday, it was bad.
Yeah, it was horrible, and he has to take ownership of that. He has to take ownership of the fact that he got his coach fired, because his coach would absolutely still be his coach if he didn't have that type of performance and they didn't disappoint. Going, in a time where we thought that, remember early on in the season when we said that we couldn't find a loss on the Buffalo Bills schedule? Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, vaguely.
And we said that about Green Bay too.
If I was Buffalo, you know who I would be calling? I wouldn't be calling Daboll. I'd be calling Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, I mean it's like Green Bay East.
Why wouldn't you if you're McCarthy? That's job number one that I would want. I'd be doing everything I could to try to get in the mix there. And that's a much easier sell to me than Daboll is.
Going back. It's like Arthur Smith going back to Atlanta. I was a coordinator, now I come back. I was a head coach, now I know how to be a head coach. Bring me back. And you can't listen to players too much, right? Because player is always going to be comfortable with what they know. And he knows Daboll, so he's going to say, yeah, I had success under Daboll. Of course, I would rather have Daboll. It's up to you to say, okay, no. You need a coach like this. I need a coach that's going to fix this defense. We need to figure out how we can dominate people and stop people. Because they get bully balled and that whole we play our base defense out of our sub package. Man, you need to go on with that, man. You can get away with that when Leslie Frazier was your defense coordinator and you were sitting there and most teams had moved away from the power running game. Remember, maybe 5 years ago, nobody had a fullback, nobody was doing power football no more. Everything was spread out zones and RPOs. Mm-hmm. The league's not like that no more.
I'll tell you what, Mike McDaniel is going to make a lot of money. Just kind of tying that in. Mm-hmm. If you're Philadelphia, would you rather have Daboll or would you rather have McDaniel as your offensive coordinator?
With Saquon Barkley and an RPO type of guy,
yeah.
I'd much rather have Mike McDaniel.
So would I.
I don't know. That's not even a discussion. Daboll at his best ain't looked as good as Mike McDaniel. I forgot all about the fact that Greg Roman got fired.
Yeah, that's true. And the Chargers, yeah.
Bro, Harmon and Herbert with Mike McDaniel, and Harbaugh want to run the ball. That's what McDaniel's all about.
Amari and Hampton, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
And he's all about running the ball. I mean, Najee Harris would come back, but we don't need him.
Come on.
Yeah, we don't need him.
Yeah.
But could you imagine that run game, that offense, the way he moves the pocket and manipulates people with their eyes and all that stuff? That's like having Sean McVay as your offensive coordinator if you're Harbaugh.
This is why, as I look at the jobs that are open, if I'm McDaniel, there's one job that I would take, and it's Buffalo. That's it. Maybe Baltimore. At Baltimore, I would, obviously, too. Buffalo and Baltimore. Otherwise, I'll go be a coordinator. I'll put myself in a better situation to be a coordinator where we've got a chance to do something. Unless somehow he really likes Cam Ward and thinks that Cam Ward's going to be special.
You like Cam Ward, but what's about stuff around Cam Ward?
Yeah. You got to build.
Bro.
You got a lot of building to do.
Bro, if he go out there with Joe Alt and Slater.
Yep.
Man, the pass concepts. And then guess what I'm doing? Trade for Tyreek. I'm telling you, Tyreek ain't going to be in Miami, man. They're starting over
totally
fresh.
agree with that.
They're starting over fresh. They're going, but he looking like he all right. His knee, his rehab. I'm looking at it.
I wonder what the McDaniel-Tyreek relationship is at this point.
It's got to be a little crazy.
Yeah, I would think so.
But you got to know he know all the concepts.
Exactly. He certainly knows how to maximize everything about Tyreek.
And even if he's lost a step, he's still faster than everybody. So he only
100-meter dashes.
Now he only 2 steps ahead of you instead of 3.
Yeah, instead of a 4.28, he's running a 4.3.
Like, all right. Damn.
It's Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York YouTube page in moments, we have Sideline to Sideline. Where are the Jets going for defensive coordinator? We've got names, and they are some that you will recognize. We promise. On the way, ESPN New York, Bart Carlin on the ESPN New York YouTube page. Go there and watch the show.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
FanDuel's giving all customers a profit boost for the college football championship tonight. It's your last boost of the season. Pick the side you believe in or build a parlay that fits the moment. Then apply your profit boost and go after a boosted payout with everything on the line. It's hard to fight against the momentum of Indiana and Mendoza this season, and that's where I'm leaning. FanDuel's the best place to get into the championship action, and when you win, you'll get paid instantly. So visit FanDuel.com/local to get your college playoff profit boost today. 21 and over, and physically present New York option required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hi, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I've talked about how a construction accident took my father's leg. The heavy prosthetic he wore looked nothing like the high-tech limbs we have today. It was crude wood and metal, held together by bolts that dug into his skin and left painful ulcers. But the thing I remember about my dad is how he never complained. He put on his prosthetic leg and he went to work. He coached my baseball teams, danced, sang karaoke, and even loved to travel. He may have limped, but he always held his head up high and he lived with dignity. At D'Agostino & Associates, I spent over 35 years building a law firm that helps accident victims and those in need of their Social Security disability benefits. We fight till our clients get the money and dignity they deserve. So call us today at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. So don't tell me personal injuries aren't personal. I know what they can cost a family. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law. Bite back.
This is Rick Brunson, the assistant coach from the New York Knicks. I'll be driving to our games this season in style in my new Jeep Gladiator from Princeton Jeep. My friends at Princeton Jeep gave me all-star treatment, and you can expect the same thing. Just mention I sent you, and they'll treat you like family. Princeton Jeep has tons of inventory and great deals on new vehicles. Visit Princeton Jeep at 1045 State Road in Princeton, New Jersey, or online at PrincetonJeeps.com and tell them Rick Brunson sent you.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York YouTube page. So much from the weekend, so many coaching issues we're going to get to. We got so many calls to get back to that we will shortly. But first up, Bart, we have got sideline to sideline.
It's going to happen.
This is Sideline to Sideline. Go. With Bart and Carlin.
All righty, Tom Bauer is here with it. He's got it. Go.
Oh, yeah, of course, the biggest news of the day, Sean McDermott fired, Brandon Beane promoted. Hallelujah, he'll lead the search. We will have all that coverage if there are more developments as they are announced right here on ESPN New York. That's some self-promotion for you right there. The Jets defensive coordinator search, that's something that you should all keep an eye on if you're a Jets fan out there. They completed 8 interviews this past week for the club's defensive coordinator position. Of course, the top 2 names that stand out to us, Jim Leonard and Wink Martindale. Wink Martindale, of course, could be returning to New York after his stint with Brian Daboll and the New York Giants. And, of course, Jim Leonard, up-and-coming candidate for the Jets. Will one of them want to take the job if there is, let's say, limited job security under the Aaron Glenn administration?
Listen, Bart, I mean, if we're talking about Wink Martindale or Jim Leonard, I think the Jets would have done exceptionally well getting a coordinator. Now, that is a big question as to whether or not you're going to want to come here when it might be a dicey situation for the head coach next year. Now, see, for me, like a guy like Martindale, I don't think he's going to care. Like, he's got that attitude of, I'm going to bring a defense that's going to be damn good, and I'm not worried about anything else.
Yeah, if we get fired, I'll get picked up by somebody else.
Yes. And he's like, I know I'm a good coach. Like, that's not a guy that at this juncture of his career is worried about his job security.
But I wonder if he'll want to work with the other guys that's currently on the staff, or does he get to bring in his guys that he wants to be, on his staff as well? For me, I didn't think about it until earlier about the Jim O'Neill stuff. The fact that Jim O'Neill was in Detroit, so he worked underneath Glenn before. Right. So if he worked underneath him before, then that means it's a sense of comfort for Glenn to have somebody that kind of knows him. And he does come from the Rex Ryan tree as well. And for Jim O'Neill, he probably won't hear his name being called or mentioned for anything outside of this type of connection. So I'm sure he'll be willing to take that risk to come out and say he can be his own man. Not being underneath the shadows of Mike Pettin or, not being underneath the shadow of Rex and being underneath. So this is probably his one and only opportunity to be a head guy and maybe put himself on a path to being a head coach in this league.
Listen, I think for a guy like Leonard, this is a good spot. This is a good spot. Even though it may not feel like it, I think that might be an ideal situation. Next.
This one just coming down the line from Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero. So, I shut my mic off. That was stupid of me. The Giants are connected to Anthony Weaver to possibly become John Harbaugh's next defensive coordinator. However, it looks like he could be getting some looks at the head coaching position. The Ravens are bringing in Anthony Weaver again for another interview for their head coaching job. That'll be tomorrow. By the way, another team in the AFC North will also be bringing in Anthony Weaver again. That would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. So John Harbaugh might not have that choice of Anthony Weaver.
Yeah, Anthony
Steelers
Weaver.
bringing him in for the second interview, Bart.
Just so people understand, Anthony Weaver coached with Harbaugh, but he also was drafted by the Baltimore Ravens in the second round in my draft, 2002. Me, Ed Reed. He was the second-round draft pick. So one of the crown jewels of, the turnaround in Baltimore when we were the youngest team in NFL history. And he fits, to me, Chris, he fits the profile of usually what the Steelers look for. A young, up-and-coming, unknown type of guy, right?
That's the thing about them is they are not afraid to do that. You know, Bill Cowher was that kind of guy, and then obviously Mike Tomlin was that kind of guy.
Especially when you hear Harbaugh, how he talks about Anthony Weaver, how he, carries a presence. We saw his press conference when he was talking about at some point it requires violence. If that ain't like right off of a Pittsburgh Steelers Hallmark card, I don't know what freaking is. You know what I mean? So I expect him maybe to get something this year. I don't think he goes out to a place like Arizona with Jonathan Gannon because they just lost a guy like that. Jonathan Gannon is a great defensive coordinator that's out there too. He's only interviewed for the Dallas Cowboys. That's what I'm saying. You got head coaches now that are great that got a head coaching opportunity because they were excellent at his coordinator that's out there right now. Nobody's even talking about Jonathan Gannon.
Nobody's talking about Jonathan Gannon.
Won a Super Bowl. That's why he got the job.
Yeah, listen, there are plenty of coaches out there right now, and this next week to 10 days is going to feel like one giant game of musical chairs.
Yeah.
And the Jets just want to make sure that they have a good option in that seat when the music stops. And as far as like everywhere else, Anthony Weaver in Pittsburgh, I wouldn't be shocked. Brian Flores in Pittsburgh, I wouldn't be shocked. Brian Flores, will Brian Flores, in your mind, either be the head coach of Pittsburgh or Baltimore?
I think wherever Anthony Weaver goes, he has a chance
be the
to
other?
go somewhere else. Yep.
Okay, fair enough. Next.
He carries a little bit of baggage. And we know what that is.
Flores, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. He's suing the league. but like Pittsburgh is a place where I don't think they would care. And I think Bisciotti would kind of be similar, wouldn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Next.
So another AFC North team that I'm going to mention here is the Cleveland Browns because Bart has mentioned the name Jim Schwartz quite a bit to help the Jets out potentially. However, that might not necessarily happen because even though Kevin Stefanski was fired, Jim Schwartz was on that staff. Jimmy Haslam, absolutely, that's a quote, would like to keep Jim Schwartz with the organization. He's got an interview today for the second time with the Browns. He also interviewed with the Ravens for their head coaching vacancy. Any decision on the staff, though, if he weren't to get the head coaching job, that would be deferred to the new coach. That's according to Andrew Berry, the Cleveland general manager.
See, here's what would tick me off, Bart. If I'm Jim Schwartz, they don't hire me to be the head coach, and then the next guy doesn't want to keep me.
Or the next guy
because I'm too big of a personality.
Well, the next guy I wouldn't want to keep because I know that if I struggle, I know the damn owner loved you.
Exactly.
So hell no. No thank you, sir.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm out of a good spot for this hiring cycle. That would suck. That would suck. Next.
A Mike McCarthy update, guys. This one from Adam Schefter about an hour ago. Mike McCarthy has now met twice in recent days for the Titans head coaching job. He also did that once in late December. That interview was in Green Bay. Then again on Friday and Saturday, he met with Tennessee. So maybe, just maybe, they'll close the door on that at some point.
Yeah, good talk. But now Sean McDermott's here, so good luck with that.
If you were Pittsburgh, would you try to hire Sean McDermott?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Listen, I actually...
A lot of teams should be looking at Sean McDermott.
Yeah, strictly from a job security standpoint, Pittsburgh might be the most attractive, but
listen,
you don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, outside of Cincinnati, Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore are the places where you got job security forever.
Yeah.
Three coaches in Ravens history in 30 years. 3 in Pittsburgh. They was there since BC. They was back there with Moses.
What else we got, Tom?
So somebody that's not interested in the current coaching carousel in the NFL, that rumor was put to bed this weekend. That, of course, is the coach of the Indiana Hoosiers, Curt Cignetti. This is what he had to say about the NFL.
I'm not an NFL guy. I made that decision a long time ago when I went with Chuck Amato to NC State in 2000. I had a chance to go with the Packers, Tom Rosley, Mike Sherman, Favre was in his heyday, kind of like an assistant. I think Darrell Bevel got the job. Ended up taking the job. I declined the opportunity. I almost took it. That's when I made the final decision. Yeah, and I've always been more of a college football guy.
Until they pay me $18 million a year, and then I'll be it.
Mark Cuban like, nope, here you go. Here's 19.
Yeah, I mean, they've already paid him. They already gave him a new extension that was like 8 years for 90-some million.
Yeah, and the crazy thing
is,
over
$10 million a year.
And the crazy thing is, if he wins tonight, he'll never have to win another championship again. They won't fire him. They're like, yo.
How would you ever fire that guy at Indiana?
Yeah, we're a basketball school.
Yes. How would you ever fire that guy at Indiana? You never would. Anything else?
Yeah, I've got two more things, actually. I'll rattle right through them. One of the other head coaching potential openings that we thought was Green Bay this weekend. That was also put to bed. Matt LaFleur will be returning as the coach there to a deal that is, quote, not a prove-it deal, but a real commitment. Of course, LaFleur had 1 year left on that extension that he signed back in 2022.
That's
not surprising. Which is why Stefanski was hired so damn fast, because Matt Ryan was like, damn, let me go with my number two, let me go to my other guy.
Yeah, I'm not going to go too far down the list here. Yeah, exactly. Totally agree.
Yeah, this
last one?
Yeah, I've got one more for you, and this one isn't about coaching. This one's about a player, and I just want to see Chris Carlin's face about that. So apparently the Steelers are open to a Aaron Rodgers return.
Yes.
That's the reaction I wanted. So here's a story on ESPN.
Like Michael Myers.
Steelers players, in their exit interviews, they were universally praising, or near universally praising Aaron Rodgers. They would like him to return if that is the case. Rodgers, according to his conversations with the organization, did not commit to retiring or returning next season.
He wouldn't commit. Are you kidding me?
He would also like to take some time before making his future decision.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, you got to go in the hole.
Training camp.
You got to go in the hole.
Got to go in the hole, and he'll reemerge like the groundhog. Except it won't be February 2nd. It'll be August 2nd.
Or he'll come out like a butterfly, coming out of a cocoon.
Speaking of which, did you see, just quickly before we step aside, did you see on SNL they did Michael Irvin? On Saturday Night Live the other night, they did a parody of Michael Irvin.
Built the ass?
And they had a guy come on who was imitating Michael Irvin, one of their castings.
Yeah.
And he was brilliant at it. And he goes, My mother was a hummingbird and my father was a brick of cocaine. And he hasn't slept in 20 years. Oh, man. Michael Irvin is going to, they should just, I'm assuming they have a separate camera just for him tonight.
I love it. He should have a GoPro.
Oh, absolutely.
Stuck to his glasses, like the new Meta glasses.
Yeah.
They should just have those
Except
on the Ray-Bans.
I don't want to see what Michael Irvin sees. I want the camera pointing at Michael Irvin. By the way, Michael K. has just chimed in to let us all know that Groundhog Day is Michael K.'s birthday, so make sure you remember that. Write that down.
When is Groundhog Day?
February 2nd.
Oh, not first?
No, February 2nd. It could be today because it feels like every other day ever.
I think that's my grandfather's birthday.
It is?
So what Bart also just admitted to is that he didn't know when Michael K's birthday was.
Listen, I barely know when my kids' birthdays are.
But I'm glad I know now. I can put it on my calendar.
Listen, I don't know when Groundhog's Day is. Is it a different day every day?
No, it's February 2nd every year.
Huh.
February 2nd every year.
So if the groundhog sees themselves and we got a short winter, a short.
6 more weeks if he sees a shadow, and if he doesn't, God knows when it's going to end.
So that means, but that ain't even that crazy though, like because that's only like second week in March, which March is always cold. We always get a last snow in March anyway.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, you don't want to get that early April stuff, too. Like, you don't want that. You don't want that.
April's supposed to be rain.
It's supposed to be, but then sometimes, for whatever reason,
showers.
we end up, having a snow out at the beginning of the year in baseball.
Yeah, I promise you, I'm about to find somewhere sunny to go. This is ridiculous. I'm starting to look like Tom.
Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Damn son.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? SafeStep walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. SafeStep walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. SafeStep walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead.
Really?
That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second, you get your stake back in cash. With BetMGM's Second Chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first TD scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. New Jersey only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Show your team's spirit and save big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. a Fanatics experience.
Couple of people in the chat over on YouTube bringing up the fact that the Yankees appear to be holding firm on Cody Bellinger at this point, Bart. They're willing to let him go if he doesn't take the 5 years, $160 million offer that they have for him.
Well,
5 for $160.
We'll go 170 Mets and get her done.
The Mets apparently are talking about like another shorter term, more money type deal for him.
What about Bregman?
Well, Bregman already is gone.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, he signed last week with the Cubs.
Damn.
So, it's one of those things where they paid him a fortune.
Man, let's get our damn pitcher, man.
Listen, I don't disagree.
The hell are we doing, man?
Framber Valdez, man.
Listen, let me tell you something. When I say hate, I absolutely hate baseball free agency. It's the most slow-moving, non-exciting damn stuff in the history. Every once in a while, you'll get a Soto or a Shohei. But, man, bro, ain't nobody going to be paying attention.
It's not like the first 2 days of NFL free agency.
Right. No, bro, nobody's paying attention for that long. You're not going to have our attention span.
Or even NBA.
Yeah, no, bro, we ain't got time to be waiting all day for this.
I agree. And then there was 5 for 160 was apparently that offer. And then there was one more thing I wanted to bring up, and that was just before we get to the calls here at 800-919-3776.
So 3 for 160?
If you haven't seen Ian O'Connor's story today in The Athletic about what happened over the weekend with the Giants and Harbaugh, make sure you do it because nobody's been on top of this story more than Ian O'Connor. And he's been fantastic on it and basically has all the details that as of Saturday, when he texted Harbaugh, I believe it was at 9:17 on Friday night, are you going to be the coach of the Giants or not? And he replied with a shrug emoji like, I don't know. Looks like it's getting held up because they were trying to hold off on who he was going to be reporting to. And he is reporting to John Mara and not Joe Schoen. And Joe Schoen took himself out of that whole process. So Joe, I think, can probably put himself on that job market pretty soon.
I recuse myself. I tell you what, man, what I'm excited to see tonight, 5 o'clock, we got these Knickerbockers, man. Listen, it was all fun just a month ago.
Can we win some games?
That's what I'm saying. It was all, they lost 8 out of 10.
I tell you, Bart, this Cat stuff is not going away. Cat is not, this is not it, man.
But how he playing, you ain't going to get nothing for him either. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing. That's the same thing with Golden State and Kuminga.
He wants to be traded. Like I have
but they're
never
not playing
seen
him. They
somebody
treat him
with
like
more
that.
promise and less actual work done on the resume than Jonathan Kuminga.
Because they won't let him play.
Attention that he does.
Because they won't let him play.
It's amazing.
I mean, they brought in Jimmy Butler. That's his position.
Yeah. No, but I'm talking about just throughout his career.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Throughout his career, right?
Yeah.
The dude's 23.
I know. But he feels like he's been around for 30 years.
He's been in the league like 5 years. That's what I'm saying. Listen, but the thing is, now because they're not playing him, they tanked his value. So he only signed a 2-year deal. But he's not going to come over. He's not coming over here. We don't need that. But with Cat's not playing good enough. You know who's playing good enough? Julius Randle. Trade him back for Julius.
Bart, we haven't done it. We've only done it once in like the last 2 months. Let's sound the alarm.
Welcome back. It's my dog. My dog.
Richard in Manhattan.
Chris, Bart, you just emphasized my first point. Nobody's paying attention to the college football final tonight. You said you're looking forward to the Knicks game.
Yeah, that's not true.
Because
that's
they blew it. The NCAA blew it. 10 days ago, they had the games Thursday, Friday, before the first NFL playoff games. They had that whole week of buzz. Now doing it after the NFL playoffs, there's no buzz tonight.
Richard, you watch.
This
you
game
watch
should have
when
been
you
played
find
on
out.
Thursday or Friday.
Richard, watch when you find out in the next 2 days that it's the most watched college football game.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Okay.
Ben Johnson blew the game yesterday. He had the greatest play in the world made. You're in your home stadium. The crowd is going frenzied. It was unbelievable. You're an offensive juggernaut. You have a quarterback who's mobile. You got 2 great running backs. You had 150 yards rushing. You go for the 2 points there. You choke them right there. Choke them right there. Win the game. Football is emotional. That stadium, they would have knocked it down afterwards. I can't be swayed.
Richard, no, hell no. Because guess what? They stopped Matthew Stafford 3 and out. All they had to do then is get in field goal range.
I won't lie. In the moment, I was thinking about it.
Hell no.
I wondered if he would. Here he is. He did get asked about it after the game, why he did not go for 2 in that spot.
Thought about it. Yeah, thought about it. Probably what played a little bit of a factor was, our goal-to-go situations hadn't gone very clean. Our inside the 5 plan hadn't worked out quite like we had hoped. And so I just felt better about taking our chances there in overtime.
Yeah, they got stopped on 4th and 1 twice.
Yeah. I would not have done it. But I thought about it. I'll be honest. I did think, I wonder if he'll do it. Just knowing who he is and who he has been all season.
You give yourself the more opportunities, more chances to win. And the chances to win was the fact that you won the toss, that you're going to get the ball regardless, and you got 4 downs to go, and they only got 3. You stopped them on 3 and out, and you had opportunity when you stopped them to go and just get in field goal range, kick a field goal to win. Mm-hmm. That's what you want. All I need is a field goal to win.
Listen, the situation couldn't set up better for him, and it worked out the way that, you would have hoped, except for the interception.
Yep.
Except for the interception. And Caleb's a terrific player, but he's going to give like he did on the amazing play, and he's going to take away.
Exactly. And he's not a high percentage decision maker.
No, he's not. No, and so that's where it has to improve greatly. And it's year 2, and I expect that it will. But listen, we got 2 amazing games this weekend. 49ers game was obviously a disaster, and the Texans game was but at the very least, on the front end and back end, we got 2 amazing games. So I was pleased about that.
And I don't know what you're talking about. I'm excited about tonight's game.
I am too, and you watch. You think there's no buzz? You watch. This will be another ratings bonanza, and people will be into it.
I guarantee you, football will out when you. I promise you, when you do all the basketball games combined together, they won't do as much as football do tonight. I promise.
Let's just do the rating on the football game tonight in New York versus the Knicks tonight and see what that is when it's tripled and quadrupled and quintupled. Bartholomew, we will see you tomorrow. The great Michael Kay is up next on this MLK Day on ESPN New York.
FanDuel is giving all customers a profit boost for the college.